Did you just put us live? Jeff? highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways. And on we'll go.
What does perfect even mean? Is there even such a thing? Ooh, can we switch up all the rules and imagine a utopia? Darling, I'm just so fed up with these expectations. They keep weighing me down. My heart is begging me to get the hell out of my head. I'm gonna live inside the upside down for a minute and pretend, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, whoa, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, whoa, and if I say it enough, it gets ingrained in my head, and I start to see, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a, yeah.
I'm on my own, broken and alone. I feel the rain crashing down all around this empty town. I'm searching for the lost and found, but you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air like a blazing flare. Just stare, 'cause the flames will burn us. I thought you were the one for me, that's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. I used to kiss your head when you cried for me, hold your hand while the pain was
Do you see you got me falling in more times than I can get out? Down in the deep of my mind, I crawl for you and you're always inside. Down in the deep of my mind, how long do I got to keep you, to keep you? Down in the deep of my mind, I crawl for you and you're always inside. Down in the deep but you know I never will. No, so I choke you down just like a pill. You like a
I can never ever find the right words, and there's no way this is real life. There's no telling you're the right girl, so I can only say that it feels right. It feels right. It feels right. Yeah, I can only say that it feels right. It feels right. It feels right. Yeah, I can only say that it feels right. That it feels right. Feels right. So right. So right. So right. I'm just going with the gut. Never had a doubt, felt like this is just a must. Put me in perspective, I'm the deepest in the cut. Everybody tuning in, but this is just for us now. We know I ain't ballin' yet. Hoes wanna holler, oh no, I don't call them back. Girl, let me see you hold it down, we gon' have a blast. Cause I just wanna know what you gonna do with all of that. Ain't gotta say a word, I know what's up. You can have it all, watch me rip it off. I'll admit it, you got me feeling hella love. Even when it's going down, know that we gon' live it up. Young shot caller, always been a baller. Know that you the one, I can feel it in my heart. Yeah, I won't stop charging me, go and come harder. I can see you and I, way beyond the stars, girl. I can never ever find the right words, and there's no way this is real life. There's no telling you're the right girl, so I can only say that it feels right. It feels right. It feels right. It feels right.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Diggity and WSD Beyond, I guess, together. Or
Yes.
Game Awards prediction show. I was about to say Diggity Video Game Podcast, but it is,
lab.
but it also isn't because we've got Nick here.
What's that supposed to mean?
Oh, we got Evan too. My bad. Yeah, we're
both
going
of us
through
here.
our, it's our annual shebang of going through all of these unnecessary awards at the Game Awards show. Going through some of them that, quite frankly, we might not know about. From the esports level, we get past those. We make our predictions each year, and then we watch the Game Awards live, which this year on December 8th will be live on Twitch and YouTube. And we'll see who is Master Predictor. I was trying to figure out how we could maybe turn that into like a masturbation joke, but there's no way.
Yeah, it's kind of hard.
It is.
You can get pretty close
Easy.
to a masturbation joke.
Master,
What isn't hard,
Yeah.
though, joining our Discord, because it's absolutely free. Link below. Let's go, baby. Like that
Hey.
segue? Okay, what up?
hey,
That's good.
Yee.
Nominating Jeff for the Segway Awards.
Hey, let's go. So on the podcast this evening, we have myself, we have Evan, we have
Howdy.
Brodicus,
guy,
and we have new homeowner Nick. So that's great.
Hello.
He's
new
Hello,
homeowner.
friends.
Look at that.
New
Look
homeowner
at that.
Nick.
He's not in a dungeon anymore.
Here's
You
the
can
thing,
see
though,
him.
dude. I was gonna write it on Twitter, but I didn't because I know you get sad. But I'll just say it here instead. So what? Like you posted a photo on Twitter, and you're like, gamer layer, or whatever it was,
Yeah.
WSD layer, or whatever.
New Wasler.
Yeah. Getting, working on it or whatever. And I was about to write, this man finally gets a room that had adequate lighting, and he's now decided to make it have no adequate lighting.
It's just
Is there a light by the door?
It's by the door. I need to add more
why?
lights. How the hell do I know? I didn't install
Well,
the
the
fucking
first
light.
time you showed us the room after you moved in on Discord,
Yeah.
it seemed a
Looked
lot
pretty bright.
brighter.
Well, I
did.
put more stuff in
Why'd you do that?
because this is where my stuff goes.
Why do you have a Welsh
Okay.
flag back
You have
there?
a point.
Because Eric from Final Boss sent it to me.
Hey, Eric,
Nice.
don't do that anymore. He's one of
Yeah,
us,
don't
not
do that.
you.
Don't give him free stuff. That's not cool.
Yeah, stop it. Saying it, clamping it down
What is
right now.
what is happening here? What am I,
Telling
I'm under
Eric
the
not to send
attack
you
again.
stuff.
I send Eric stuff.
Where's your USA
No, I
flag?
said
dude?
Eric doesn't get to send you stuff.
Are you
Or have
defective?
you?
All right. We've got a lot of fucking shit to get through, boys.
We do.
Sorry.
We do.
We do. Okay. Do you want to go through, Nick? You're starting. You want to hit us up with the most important one that we've given you?
Oh, for the Game Awards?
Yeah. Go on.
That is what we are
Let's
doing.
let's get right into it. Brody, you got the
All right.
sheet up for predictions and stuff like that?
I do.
Trash
I sure
talking is
do. I'm
allowed.
ready. We are going to run through this. We're going to take turns reading off the category and all the nominees. We're going to say what our vote is and also what our prediction is. Those are not the same things. We get points based on our prediction, not our vote. That's not how this works.
Brilliant.
Yes.
And then I will tally all this up and I will proclaim who the master. I was trying to make a masturbation joke out of it too, and I can't. But
It's the second
whoever the
attempted masturbation joke.
I know.
It's
You're
we're gonna
really-
get
it's
there.
not
I will
easy.
figure it out. So that's how we're gonna do it. Nick is gonna start with the most important category of them all.
I've been tasked with the most important one, and
deal.
that is best esports event.
Let's go.
So we got Evo 2022. We have 2022 League of Legends World Championship. We have the PGL Antwerp 2022 Major, the 2022 Mid-Season Invitational, and then we have the Valorant Champions 2022. Who wants to start it off?
I want it to start with Nick, then Evan, then Jeff, then me. Only for the sake of making it easy on me.
Just keeping it easy. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
get it.
So my prediction is going to be the League of Legends World Championship.
Mm-hmm.
My vote is going to be for Valorant, though.
Okay. What we got, Evan?
I would say that my prediction would probably be the 2022 Mid-Season Invitational.
Mm,
And my vote will be the PGL Major Antwerp 2022.
really?
Okay.
PGL Major is CSGO, right? That's CSGO tourney?
Yes.
I think so.
I think
Maybe.
That's why.
both of you are severely fucking wrong, and I think that
Yes, it's Counter-Strike.
League will get it, and I predict that League will get it, and I vote that League should get it. That trophy, if you're not looking on the photo, is in a fucking Louis Vuitton box, okay?
Is there? Oh, it is.
Yeah,
Holy
it is.
shit.
And Lil Nas X performed.
So
That's exactly why it shouldn't win.
yeah.
What?
To some degree, but it will.
I love
It
Lil
will.
Nas X. Anyway,
Not because of him.
I'm gonna have
Nobody
to
plays
go
Valorant.
with my vote and prediction in our league because they always put on a crazy fucking event and they win this category every goddamn year. Granted, it is about time for them to not win it, but I think it's still gonna happen.
Well, that's
that
why
Valorant
my
trophy
prediction
is
was League.
fucking cool though.
Also, here's
It is
part of my theory on that, because the description just states recognizing an event across single or multiple days that delivered a best of class experience for participants in the broadcast audience. So does that also mean like it was eventful? Or does that just mean like, oh wow,
I mean, I wouldn't.
the lanyards
Inherently,
are really
it
cool and
is
we
an
were sitting in
event.
cool seats. I don't.
well, if you had
I
Lil
watched
Nas
the
X
League Worlds,
play,
and
right?
it was super eventful. It went to a tie-breaking game, and the underdog won. So that's why I would
Okay.
give it to it.
Right.
I don't know what happened the rest of
mean-
these. The same thing could have probably happened in everything else.
I wouldn't really know because Nick just said best esports event and didn't read the subtitle, so I really blame it on Nick for my vote. and
I will
prediction.
read the subtitle next time.
There you go.
I-
Just trying to get him to do it.
Evo just has to be the smelliest thing in the world. Like
What is
Smash
Evo,
Bros.
though? Is it Smash?
Fighting
Okay.
fighting games.
Did
Well,
you
Smash
smell-
Bros.
Did you say smelliest?
Yes.
Oh, it's
Wow.
absolutely smelly.
Absolutely.
I would
Have you-
agree with Brody on that one.
I'm not being hurtful here, but the fighting community
No, it's not
is
hurtful. I
a
just
little
never
lacking
heard you say the word smelly.
on
That's why I
their
was
their
like,
whole hygiene thing.
Like
From
Walmart.
personal
Oh,
experience,
oh,
Brody couldn't
yeah.
be more correct.
Yeah, like Smash Bros. I've met some people that are big into Smash Bros. I don't know what it is, but for some reason they don't fucking take care of themselves. I
Hey.
love Smash Bros. Too, but I also shower, so maybe that's why I'm not a professional.
I can confirm Brody showers as I've been there with him.
Dude,
And yep.
He showered at Matt's house.
sometimes you
No, I
gotta
didn't.
suck
Yeah, I
it
was
up
there.
and you get the gooch sweat for the trophy, dude.
You got to pay the troll toll somehow, but
Yeah, man.
We good to move on?
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
move on, dude.
I
You
think
go
we're
ahead.
definitely ready.
All right. So for the next category, best esports coach, the
Jesus
esports
Christ.
coach judged to be the most outstanding for performance and conduct in 2022. Nick. Who are you voting for and your prediction?
AKA the guy who gives the team hand warmers.
You're really thinking about this.
I am.
Um,
I'll go with score for my prediction,
Okay.
but my vote is Blade.
I think Blade won last year, didn't he?
I think so.
I think he did. Yes.
Gore Blade.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was in between a Schick commercial.
Yes, it was.
Uh,
I think you're actually right.
I was on a joke.
It was
that
that or
actually
Gillette.
happened.
The best a man can have.
Yeah.
God damn it.
So my prediction and my vote are both for Robin of FaZe Clan.
Okay.
I think they're going to take it because I believe they won one of the majors this year after coming back, and they were like up against the best of the best, and they came back and won it. And I only hear that from your brother because he mentions it in passing, so I'm trying to just remember what he told me. But that to me seems worthy for performance and conduct. He's not been. I mean, clearly in terms of performance, right? Winning something like that is obviously huge for that, and I believe he's conducted himself well. Even though I do hate the FaZe Clan in general,
I do too.
The name, but gotta give credit where credit's due.
Yeah.
Jeff, right? It was Jeff after me.
Yes.
I know
yes,
to make it
yes.
easier on you. Cool. Yeah, Jeff.
My vote would be for score. You guys are forgetting his full name. Go score Dong Bin.
I'm
Very
not doing it so I
important.
don't sound like an asshole when I
Go
try.
s-
And
Score.
I just read his name. I didn't imply anything. That was you. And I also predict that he will probably also win as well. My vote and my prediction, because he's a retired player. That's coaching.
Okay.
Had some pretty good,
Yeah,
pretty good. Did pretty well. Didn't go to finals, but he's definitely changed it, turned the team around pretty good.
You can tell that Jeff and I have been doing this podcast together for a long time because I was also thinking score, and my vote is also for score.
For Dong. Nice.
Dong. I'm gonna change all of them that say score to dong now.
Just the dong.
Just dong.
In all
We're gonna
seriousness,
say
though,
with a
with
little
my
bit of
joke
an
about the
accent.
commercial, I feel like the Game Awards is one giant fucking commercial.
It absolutely
It
is. No doubt in my mind at all.
Yeah, that's
Wasn't
it.
as
I'm
bad
just
as Dwayne
headphones,
Johnson
by
at
the
3
way.
this year, though. Let's be honest. When he just took that
No.
2-minute ad
Yeah.
read,
Yeah.
that was
Yeah,
pretty
while
rough.
he was in his gym.
Maybe Baldo will be here at the Game Awards.
Oh,
Can I-
that'd be
Don't
sweet.
fucking tempt me.
This next fucking category just kind of pisses me off because there's two teams in here that I just don't fucking like.
Can I take a guess at who they are before you go?
You absolutely can. Well, hang on. Let's let him read first,
Let's
and
go. Yeah, go.
and then
Yeah,
and
sorry.
then yes, you can take a guess at. You can. I'll give you extra points for guessing. I'm just kidding. It's really easy. Sorry, bud.
I'm so sad now.
Anyway, Jeff, what's our next category, my guy?
Our next category is Best Esports Team. Recognizing a specific esports team, brackets, not the full organization, judged by the most outstanding for performance and conduct in 2022.
So you gotta
Although,
read.
so
having
yes,
technical
yes,
issues with
hold
my
on.
headphones. Give me a second.
No, I was
Hold
gonna say
up.
you'll have to read the
We're good.
game as well because it's that specific team.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so your teams are Dark Zero Esports, Apex Legends, FaZe Clan, CSGO, Gen G, League of Legends, which the coach for Gen G, by the way, was Dongers, LA Thieves, Call of Duty, and Loud plays Valorant.
Okay.
What say
Who's
you,
going
Nick?
first? What say me?
Yep.
Okay. So I'm thinking my prediction's going for Gen G of League of Legends.
Okay.
My
That's your
vote goes.
vote?
That's my
Or
prediction.
Okay.
My prediction.
Remember
My-
last
my-
year when he
oh,
said vote
I
and prediction
butchered it
was
last
You
the
had
same
them
thing.
all fucked up.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
fucked it
That
way
was
up.
so funny.
My vote goes for FaZe Clan for CSGO.
Ew.
I know. That's
Hey,
kinda rough.
Evan, you want to guess which teams I don't fucking like?
I'm gonna guess it's FaZe Clan and LA Thieves.
He nailed it.
Oh, sweet. Double points. Not really though.
Nailed it.
So yeah, I would say my prediction is gonna be Gen G. Just to hop on board that train. I know that you guys have mostly voted for League of Legends in every category we've done so far, so I think I might as well just try
Such
my
a
chances.
dominant esport.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
fucking
Yeah, it is.
dominant.
And then for my vote, just because I think they're pretty cool, I would go for Dark Zero Esports.
Okay.
Yeah, that's cool.
I like to change it up a bit. I can't phase enough to vote for the team.
Yeah,
I get it.
competitive
I get it.
Apex it just seems like such a
I
weird
can.
thing.
Nobody plays it.
I
though.
know. These guys, at least 3 people do.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 people do.
Yeah, these guys do. Okay, so my prediction is that LA Thieves win because it's LA Thieves, and they're kind of fadular right now, and it's Call of Duty also, which is like the newest game on here. So
Yeah.
I figure that aptly named LA Thieves.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
where you're going with that. We don't have to do that.
And then for my vote, I'll probably throw my vote would be Gen G if I had to vote. I can't vote. I'm not a citizen,
do.
so that's how that works.
Sucks, bud.
He's just hitting it on the head right now, bro.
But yeah, I don't know. I've never heard of Dark Zero Esports. Plus, these guys are British, and I just don't believe that place exists. So okay.
Oh,
Hey,
So
Cheeky, isn't
my prediction, I'm gonna be on my own here. I'm going loud. I think Valorant needs to get some time in the sun here, and I also want to see Valorant get some time in the sun, so I'm going loud for both.
sure.
hell yeah!
I can see it.
Okay.
All right,
All right.
who's the next one going? Is it
Oh,
me?
it's me. It's
Oh,
me.
it's Brody. Cool.
Best esports athlete. So the esports athlete judged to be the most outstanding for performance and conduct in 2022, irrespective of game. We have. I'm just going straight for the nicknames here. Chovy, Faker, Kerrigan, Simple, or Yay.
All right, who do you want to go
Hi,
first?
Nick.
I should.
Me?
You
So
go first every time.
Chovy is Gen G for League. Faker is T1 for League. Kerrigan is FaZe Clan for CS:GO. Simple is Natty. What?
Navi.
called
Navi.
Navi.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Navi. For CS:GO, and Yay is Cloud9 for Valorant. Sorry.
Man, imagine if we named these names that people could pronounce. Maybe people could actually watch this shit.
Navi. How do you get Navi from that?
Natus.
That's
and
what
Cherry.
they're. That's what
Navi.
they're.
That's how they
Yeah, it's the
break it
abbreviation
down.
in game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
NAVI.
All right.
Gotcha.
Great.
Okay. So the really annoying fucking fairy from Ocarina of Time.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah. Yep.
Hey,
Absolutely.
listen.
Oh, my-
Nick, you're going first every time. It's the same.
That's fine. That's fine.
Letting you know we're 4 categories in, but
I was
Prediction.
waiting for someone to say it.
because
Prediction.
you've asked every time so far.
Oh god.
You listen here. You listen here, chipmunk. Prediction and vote goes for Simple.
Simple and simple. Okay.
That's pretty simple.
Yeah.
Man.
Hey, it was
Following
very
along
simple.
with that, definitely going for simple for both prediction and vote. Yep.
Here you guys
Okay.
are wrong. I think it's gonna
Jesus.
be Faker prediction and vote. Faker's way too
You're-
hype.
Hey, you're a motherfucker.
Simple won last year, didn't he?
I
Yes.
think you're right. I think he did. Yes.
Okay. And what's
I
your
said Faker.
Faker? Faker for both.
Yeah. Right after they'll give it to him, and then there'll be a Geico commercial. But they're giving the award to him.
So my
Cuts away.
prediction is going to be simple, and my vote, even though I don't give a fuck at all, I'm going Chovy.
Nice.
Okay.
Fuck it, why not?
Cool.
These like esports things, don't give a fuck.
Well, this is where it starts to ramp up, I think, for
Yeah,
me.
we've got one more esports category, and then we get to fucking get into some shit we care about.
We'll see. The cool thing is I get to do this category as well.
Yes.
Oh, great.
So this category is for the best esports game, for the game that has delivered the best overall esports experience to players, inclusive of tournaments, community support, and content updates, irrespective of genre or platform. So we have Counter-Strike Global Offensive, we have Dota 2, League of Legends, Rocket League, and Valorant. You want me to just okay? I didn't know
you
if I
are
was
the
yeah,
first
it's still
every
your turn.
time.
okay. All right, cool. I don't
Holy
have to put my hands up. So this
Teacher's
this
getting tired of it.
shut up, teacher. So this is tricky because fuck.
Is it?
My
Is it really?
They're gonna
my-
announce this between like the
I
Muppets
know.
coming on stage and
And,
Don't
you
tell
know,
Jeff
and
the
a
Muppets.
mesothelioma fucking commercial.
Don't
Jeff
tell
Keighley
Jeff.
hasn't even walked out of his fucking green room yet by this time. Like,
and the award
Well, that and
goes
an
to
anti-vape
League
commercial.
of Do you or a loved one have
It's gonna feel like an
mesothelioma?
anti-vaping commercial.
Yeah.
it's my money and I want it now.
JG went
So-
with it.
My prediction is it's gonna be League of Legends. My vote is for Counter-Strike.
Old
Hey,
game, baby. Old game.
Old game.
Tried and true, right? But then again, I think that also goes well for League. League is also tried and true,
Fair.
which is why it's my prediction. It's
Okay.
not only tried and true, but they also managed to somehow put on a better show than, like I think Brody said earlier, than any
The
other.
rest of them combined.
'Cause they
Yeah.
spend
It's
the
amazing
money.
how they do it. Yeah, they actually spend the money because they actually
Some
you know,
fucking
think
Louis
about
box,
stuff like
bro.
that.
That shit's insane.
Yeah, so my prediction is League. I'm gonna say just to spice it up a bit. My vote, Rocket League.
Oh God, I was
You just
scared
made, you just gave Logan full torque, dude.
Oh, I'm
Good
glad I
God.
did.
Full
I
force.
can
have
sit here
F1
and tell
cars in
you
the
right
game.
now that was a bad choice. No.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't get points for the vote, and they have F1 cars in the game now, so you know, Red Bull, baby,
Alright.
sponsor us. Don't.
My
Please do.
my prediction and my vote.
His heart
is-
can't take it.
My prediction and my vote is League of Legends, and I now know that for the first 20 minutes of this show or broadcast, I could probably be taking a shit on December.
My prediction is going to be League because it's probably going to win again. And like I said, I want to see Valorant win it. I do not want to see Rocket League win it as much as I put so many hours into that
Oh,
game.
Just give it to the same company.
Yeah, pretty much. Fuck. I didn't even make the connection until you said it. I'm like, wait, that's not. Oh yeah, it is. No, it definitely is. Fuck. Yeah. I stand by it. Damn it.
He
Yeah, sure,
stands
that's
by
fine.
it.
We
That's fine.
stand by
That's-
it.
It's the best thing you can do. All
Yeah,
right.
that's fine.
We good to move on?
Yes.
All right.
All
now
right,
we get
here's
into
the
some
real
stuff
ones
that we're
now.
really into. Yeah. here we
We're
go.
there, boys.
Thank
All right,
God.
most anticipated game, recognizing an announced game that has demonstrably illustrated. I screwed that up, didn't I? Illustrated
Demonstrably.
potential to put demonstrably. There we go. Illustrated potential to push the gaming medium forward. We have Final Fantasy XVI. I don't know my Roman numerals. That's
16.
Got it.
Bro, welcome.
Tricked ya. Hogwarts Legacy, Resident Evil 4, Starfield, and The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. Nick, what
Can
is your
I
prediction
just-
and what is your?
I just
Oh,
want to say
yes.
it's absolute fucking horseshit that a remake is in the most anticipated game list. Like, what the fuck? Sorry. I understand there's a lot of Resident Evil fans out there, and
I
it's
get what
probably
you're
going to be
saying.
Nick's vote.
I get what you're
but-
saying. I get what you're saying.
But
not my
that's
vote.
horseshit.
It's not my
Also,
vote.
Hogwarts Legacy can fuck off. Like, I just...
Yeah,
I
my
agree with
wife's
that.
That
excited
game
for
looks like
Hogwarts Legacy.
shit.
It
It looks like shit. Like, not only did the author get fucking canceled, the game looks like dog shit, but people are still chomping at the bit for it, and I don't understand. Anyway,
Because people
the
like to
whiskey's
dress up.
kicking in if you couldn't fucking tell.
Let's go, baby.
I got another
Let's
beer to
go.
drink here soon. All right, so
Yeah,
Got
go ahead,
more
Nick.
NyQuil to fucking slam back.
dude, you better do it on cam. I want people to see you robo trip here soon.
I can. I'm kind of fucking freaking out a bit right now.
Why? Are you
That
tripping
heart's
on cam?
palpitating.
No, I'm good. You go ahead.
Dude, the walls are turning purple, bro.
hey, you know
Chill.
it's your turn.
Hey, don't be sassy, you son of a bitch. So my prediction is Starfield, but I'm gonna go ahead and vote for Legend of Zelda.
Okay, that's weird.
That was the opposite of what I would have assumed you said, but
Dude, people have been chomping at the bit for the next Breath of the Wild game. And people have also been chomping at Starfield as well. So I think those two are the biggest games in this list.
Okay, but do
In
you
my
want to
opinion.
win the fucking game that we're playing? Or what do
So
you wanna
which
do
one's?
here?
I just want to double check here. Which one is your prediction and
No,
which one
not
is your
again.
vote?
Prediction, Starfield,
Okay.
vote Legend
I
of
just
Zelda.
wanted to make sure we were on the same page
So
because
you're
you started off
predicting that-
talking
just to
about
be clear,
Zelda.
Just be clear, you're
Okay.
predicting that Jeff Keighley announces that Starfield has, wait for it, won the award because that is what your prediction would imply.
Yes.
Okay. All right, Evan, what you got, baby?
Wait, time out.
my-
Did I not clarify that good enough for you? Jeff?
Oh, my
No,
bad.
you did not, because last year we did 20 fucking
gonna run
rounds
out of
this,
whiskey, boys.
And then on
Listen.
number 21, you went, wait, what's a
Pour me one.
prediction?
Okay, but I'm not.
We've been doing
I'm
it for
doing
2
pretty fine
hours
right now.
Okay.
I'm doing fine right now.
Okay. We good. We good.
It wasn't
He's
alcohol
sassy.
last time because
He
you
is
fucked up
sassy.
from the beginning.
He's sassy at me just to be sassy at me because
He's
he's all
always-
on the drugs.
It's the NyQuil. Don't take it personally.
NyQuil.
That's no excuse.
Joke on you. It's just
My-
a bottle of Welch's just being an ass.
Could you imagine with a fucking drop of acid in it?
My prediction.
What you
My
got?
prediction is The Legend of Zelda.
Yes.
And my vote, just because I'm a fan and that's what I'm personally most anticipated for, Resident Evil. Although I agree with what Brody is saying about it being like it is a remake, and I understand that.
I bet you it's practically the same. But I will say, I was
looks
really
great.
excited for the Final Fantasy VII remake. So I get it, but I'm not a Resident
I'll
Evil
say
fan, so it's
the-
like kind of a
Sure.
dual like I just don't
The
care.
biggest thing for me is that it's going to look obviously far better.
Yeah.
And also like I love the second and third remakes, and those got me into the games when I was too young to really understand them, you know? So this was something where I grew up playing it, but I didn't understand what I was doing really. So it's going to be fun for me to go back into it, relive some of the nostalgia, and also actually understand what I'm doing. And I think Legend of Zelda is going to win because Starfield, I feel like it was really anticipated, and then they showed it, and then I feel like it kind of died a little bit. Not
Kicked me in
completely,
the nuts when
but
they showed
I
it.
think it kind of was a little bit of a letdown in some respects. So that's why I think Zelda's going to take it, because it's been
Fallout 4 in
just
space.
strong the entire time, you know?
Evan, in regards to, sorry to hold this up, in regards to Resident Evil 4 though, when you first played that, did it feel like that was one of the more accessible Resident Evils? Because for me, I played all of them right when they came out, but Resident Evil 4 is the one that I really, really hopped into.
That's the
that felt
first one
accessible.
That's the first one that got rid of tank controls, isn't it?
Yeah.
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 It's
Oh,
like one of the most like pivotal points in gaming, which is really bizarre. Like just the fact that
You
they
had an open world
revolutionized that,
kind
right?
of?
Like
Yeah, you had an open world
Yeah.
and a third person, you know, stuff. No, I didn't care for any of that. I played it because I liked the dude's hair and I got to shoot a guy with a chainsaw. I was like 6 years old.
I was just
Must be nice to like hair.
Oh.
He almost spit out his liquid
My
death.
shit is going today, baby.
All right,
Damn.
Jeff, what is your most anticipated prediction and vote?
Well, first off, I think they should rename this award to the most overhyped or has little to no information available award. I mean, why the fuck is this even an award?
All right,
I mean-
the NyQuil's really hurting you, so like, let's
Yeah.
just
I
get it
I
on.
don't get
It
it.
turns
I
him
don't,
into a
I don't, I don't
fucking
get why this
cynic.
is an award, but
He's like smashing everything.
no,
obligatory
we're
award.
close to the good ones. I just think, like, what are you gonna do? You win this, and then what? On the Zelda box, they say, "Hey, we were the most anticipated game."
Yeah,
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure-
Nintendo
No,
doesn't
next-
give a fuck.
next to the
No.
next to the quote on the box. from
Okay,
Jeff
so
Hewitt.
Starfield
It's gonna be a
wins it.
Game
Let's see.
Informer magazine, and that's about it.
Jeff Keighley doing
there
this
you go.
My prediction
on the box.
my prediction and vote is Legend of Zelda
Strong.
because it's a fucking sequel.
Yeah, I
An
agree.
already beloved thing, and the rest of these. I mean, one's a remaster, like Brody pointed out, which I also think is kind of ridiculous that that's fucking on here.
Definitely. Oh yeah.
But, and one is arguably just another game in an already
Fantasy,
lengthy ass
yeah.
series of games.
I
that all
can't
starts
even
kinda
keep up with
mashed
Final
together.
Fantasy. I can't even do it.
So to contradict you, my prediction is Zelda easily, right? But my vote is somewhere between Final Fantasy 6 and Zelda. Like I genuinely am, or 16.
It's
Sorry,
tough. It's probably really tough for you, actually, isn't it?
I
Brody?
really like Final Fantasy games, but I have a hard time getting into some of the older ones. And this one is like kind of a more return to almost the roots in a way. So I'm pretty fucking excited, and it looks really cool. But I'm
Right.
also really excited for Zelda, and I'm a gigantic Zelda fan. So my prediction and vote are Zelda. Yeah, no, I mean it's the only video. Well, I was gonna say only video game, but it is tattooed on me. So
Yes.
Zelda, I would be remiss to not mention that as my vote. So
Do you guys think, like, for games that are close enough to the fucking Game Awards, like Callisto Protocol, right? Obviously, that releases what in 2
Tonight.
days? Or is it
Tonight.
tonight? Oh geez.
Midnight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tonight at midnight.
Oh yeah,
Like-
yeah, it was the third. I was thinking the fifth for some
Do
reason.
you think that would have also been like kind of cool to have that stuff, or do you think that
It will
they're worried
be
about
able-
blowback?
It will be able to be in next year's.
Next year's, yeah, because
or
it's so
like
close.
Game of the Year type talk. Yeah, I
But,
think
like,
they
here's the
go
thing,
like
God of
No.
War.
I mean for this specific award is what I'm talking about.
for the most anticipated.
Yeah, because it's only off by like a couple fucking days.
I think that would be an issue. Like if you have most anticipated and it comes out and it fucking sucks and
Yeah,
it came out like the week before, that would
hilarious.
suck.
You could have a Cyberpunk incident.
And on top of that, they try to play it off like it's in real time voting type shit,
Oh yeah,
kind
Right.
of, or like day of type stuff. So I feel like that could hurt it, but I don't know. I think
Got some info.
okay.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good,
Finish
you
whatever
good.
you had to say.
Nope.
The cutoff date for eligibility is for this year. It was the game must be available for public consumption on or before Friday, November 18th at midnight.
So God of
Titles
War.
that are
No shit.
titles that are released after this date will be eligible for the Game Awards ceremony in 2023.
Yeah, they really wanted to squeeze God of War in there.
Yeah.
Similarly, games that were released on or after November 20th of last year are eligible for this year's awards.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Which I don't see anything that launched after that.
No,
No.
like for Callisto, this is kind of a dead thing for them to be at the Game Awards. Nobody's
kinda-
gonna.
It kind of sucks. I think it's gonna hurt them
Yeah.
next year for it too, which I don't think is the worst thing. Like these, at the end of the day, these awards don't mean jack fucking shit. There's about
No.
19 different fucking game awards that go out. Like you could win it from fucking, the golden joysticks. Like my nephew sent me a thing the other day. He's like, Elden Ring won the game of the year. I was like, no, that was the golden joysticks, not the game awards. Like it's like it's probably the second biggest one.
Brody's like,
but
not the same.
The golden butt plugs.
yeah, the golden butt plugs.
Yeah, baby.
Brody's throwing bows at his fucking nephew.
Not the same.
You dummy.
All right.
Alrighty.
Moving on.
This is a fun one.
This is a
Yeah.
really good one. This is a really good one.
I believe this is Hefe.
Yes, it is. Best adaptation. Recognizing outstanding creative work that faithfully and authentically adapts a video game to another entertainment medium. So we've got Arcane, League of Legends, which is available on Netflix. I'll just put basically the streaming site or the, I guess, production house.
Sure.
Cyberpunk Edge Runners, Netflix. The Cuphead Show, Netflix. Sonic the
Netflix.
Hedgehog 2, Paramount Pictures,
Thanic.
and Uncharted, Sony Pictures and PlayStation Productions. So
All right, Nick.
for the yeah, you go ahead.
I got it. I think I got this. Cyberpunk and Cyberpunk.
Cringe.
What? Are you fucking out of your fucking mind?
You're absurd.
Bro,
Cyberpunk
you
and
are
Cyberpunk.
crazy. You have
Edge
no
Runners
fucking
was a,
idea what you're
Edge
talking
Runners
about.
was a 10 out of 10.
You go ahead.
It was
Adam.
fantastic. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
but
don't get me wrong. That's
goddamn,
cool,
there's
but
a
you are
better
way
option
off.
here.
You go ahead,
10
Evan.
out of 10.
You go ahead, Evan.
Way
You tell
off.
him what it is. You tell him what it is.
Well, I got
Ed
two
just doesn't
things
like
here.
me. I don't know why he lets me hop on his show.
No, I love
got-
you.
I got
I
two-
just don't understand how the fuck you could say Cyberpunk Edge Runners.
I mean, and he's
would
not
win.
alone in that. All three of us were like, "Are
That's
you
correct.
serious?"
Yeah,
And,
maybe you don't like me. You're just picking on me
What
now.
I feel like to be
I-
just
You're not
objectively
fascinating me.
wrong.
because of what Nick said, Logan. If you're watching, I do need a new co-host for WASD.
Logan
let's
will
go,
say the
baby.
same thing.
No, he's not.
No, you're not.
He's going to say what I would say, which is my prediction and my vote is the Cuphead show.
Ooh, that is a good vote.
Okay.
You guys are
That
both
is not
fucking
what
wrong.
I thought.
The fucking
all right.
clear prediction.
What do you think I was going to say, Brody?
WASD is upset.
I was gonna
Like,
say,
the
clear
World Cup this year.
prediction and the clear vote here is Arcane League of Legends.
Easily.
I
There's
heard
people
that
talking
you
about
guys
this
amazing
fucking.
show.
Are fucking
people-
off your rocker. Cuphead is in the same fucking level of popularity as a fucking Uncharted film for all I
Evan, ready?
in this vote. guys are crazy.
You
But
guys
I-
just
I-
must
I-
not like
man.
points. Yeah.
No, I mean I
I'm-
do, but
I don't think you
What?
understand how fucking popular Arcane is.
It is
I just don't care
insane.
that it's that popular.
It's about
I-
votes.
The prediction part of it, like
Evan,
There's
stand
no
anyway,
electoral
stand
college
firm.
for this. It's the
it's
popular
fucking locked
vote.
in now. You can't change that shit
Stand
anyway.
firm.
I'm not
They're
trying
not-
to. I'm not going to change it.
So-
I'm perfectly fine.
Well, no,
They're not
Evan, I
allowed
want to
to-
be clear. Yours is much better than Nick's.
I
Okay,
know
time
that.
out. let me interject. Evan, they're not allowed to badger us. They're not allowed to badger us at the polls. Keep voting the way you vote.
I'm surprised that Nick didn't say his prediction is Sonic and his fucking vote is Uncharted.
If I hated Jeff, first off, you're a fucking putz. Secondly, if I hated Jeff, I would have said Sonic.
Okay.
Jeff would have been like, what?
So I've locked Jeff in here. So my prediction and vote is also Arcane. One, because there's no way this doesn't fucking win. This was so insanely popular.
If
Like
somebody else
Cyberpunk
wins,
was popular
Jesus.
within people who listen or who watch like anime
played it.
and shit,
and who played the
or
game. Yeah.
people who played it, and it did boost sales of the game again.
Yeah.
Significantly.
But Arcane
game.
though, like fucking hell, man, that had
I agree.
that had everyone's attention. People who don't give a fuck about it,
Yep.
and you could watch it and not give a fuck about it and
May
not
I
know
ask-
anything about it. And the art style was fucking beautiful.
So that's what I wanted to ask then, because like Dragon Age is coming out, and that's like the same art style and everything, isn't it?
Doesn't matter. It's not Arcane, brother.
Yeah, but that's
I know, but I'm just asking
Yeah.
a question.
Award for most useless comment goes to.
God, Evan.
I was just trying
Points
to
for
bring up
Nick.
more news. I hate doing these shows with you motherfuckers.
No, you don't. You love it.
Hey,
No.
fuck my Thursday.
So I did love Cyberpunk. I thoroughly
Yeah, I
enjoyed.
cried.
It was fantastic. Easily my favorite anime that I've watched in recent times. But aside from Arcane, if you even count that as an anime,
I would say it is.
yeah. Arcane fucking hands down my prediction and vote easily.
Logan, where are you at in the comments, bro? I need your help.
I can get that. I mean, I it flew over me, right? I wasn't a big. I'm not a big anime style
Yeah.
person, anyways. And then on top of it being League, also like it was like a triple whammy of things I just didn't really. It didn't interest me. With how you guys are talking about it and that you liked it, I might go back and check it out. Certainly.
It's so
Um,
good. I didn't even try to.
But I really liked the Cuphead show. It really brought me back that Saturday morning cartoon kind of feel.
Cuphead
was
And
good.
I liked.
Cuphead's
I
good.
liked the comedy. Like so,
Yeah.
that's why it's my. Maybe it was
That's
wrong of me
fine.
to make
That's
that as my
respectful.
prediction.
No, that's fine.
But that's my vote.
Cuphead's
off,
animation is
respectful.
unbelievable.
Oh, yeah.
Our other two
Yeah,
that
choices
won me over.
was fucking Sonic the Hedgehog or Uncharted.
I didn't
where
like
they
the Uncharted
decided
movie.
To just say fuck
I
it.
mean-
Let's like if you imagine
Make
if you
it how
were
we
sitting,
want.
dude. Okay, you had a blindfold on, and some guy tells you we're making a film for Uncharted. And you go, oh my god, no way. Yeah, Mark Wahlberg
Yeah.
is going to be in it, and same with Tom Holland. Immediately you go, okay, cool.
Wait, what?
Mark Wahlberg's Nathan
Who's playing
Drake,
who?
right? No. We've made Tom
what?
Holland we've made Tom Holland Drake.
The Spider-Man nerd.
Yeah, that's
I'm
right.
blindfolded. I can't see him.
Keep it rolling.
18 years old.
I posted a
Oh my God,
Cuphead
he's younger than
marionette puppet.
All
here,
right,
by the way.
Brodicus.
So next category, best debut indie for the best debut game created by a new independent studio. I think this one is going
this
to
is
be
clear.
contentious.
What?
I don't think so. I don't
Whoa.
think so.
I
don't
think
think
it's
it-
pretty.
Okay, that's fine.
I don't think it's as cut and dry as you guys think it is. Not at all. So anyway,
Oh, there is two
Neon
there.
White from Angel Matrix, Norco from Geography of Robots, Stray from Blue 12 Studio, Tunic from Tunic Team, and Vampire Survivors by Ponkel.
Sounds like Peggle.
It does.
I wish, bro.
Nick.
Stray and Stray.
I assume. Yeah. Okay.
This is tough.
Though Tunic was really fucking good too, though.
I don't think you guys know how much love there is for Vampire Survivors and Neon White both.
Yeah, Neon White has a lot of. I'm staying with Stray. Stray
Dude,
from
Vampire Survivors has been in the top selling Steam games for like months now.
Yeah.
People fucking love it. But
Stay with
anyway,
Stray.
okay.
Oh,
Stray and
man,
Stray.
this is tough.
You weird fucking cat people are the only ones voting for Stray.
My wife
You're
is the
right.
cat person. Be nice.
You're the cat person too. Don't even. lie.
Shut up.
Yeah. See. This is tough. I think my prediction. Just because I know not know them obviously personally, but I've seen who the voting jury is. I'm gonna say that my prediction is probably gonna be Stray. And my vote would probably be Tunic because Brody talked about how much he was enjoying it, and I really believe that he enjoyed it with
fucking
a lot of
adorable.
love. And I feel like a lot of people played Stray because it was like Brody just said, the cat game. But that's also why I think it's going to win because a lot of the people, I mean, the voting jury is big publications and they all love this game. Not to say they didn't love any of the other 4 nominees, but I feel like just from popularity and the bigness of it, I think that's why it goes to my prediction. But yeah, so my prediction is Stray. My vote is Tunic.
Are you trying to tell me that this election works more towards linear of how we vote?
Yeah, I mean, I'm
as a
telling Jeff
nation, where
Keighley picks all the votes.
There's like 5 people that actually vote.
Jeff Keighley picks them all.
Yeah, I predict Stray, and my vote would be for Stray. The power of cats and the internet is one not to be fucked with.
Jeff is a cat guy.
And I also think that just the amount of fucking hype up to it and shit like that, like that's all anyone's been talking to about. But I can absolutely see Brody what you're saying, where all of a sudden people go, "What the fuck?" and someone else takes it. But
So
sure.
My prediction is Vampire Survivors.
Okay.
That game, I have not been in like a gaming thread where they have not talked about this game at some point or another in the last while. Which it's some weird like little pixelated indie like horde defend type game. Super fucking simple, and it's like $4 and you can tell this is definitely it's not very expensive. I think full price it's like $5. But for my vote, I'm between, because I don't want to vote Stray on this personally. Not because I have anything against the game. There was a lot of issues with it that I think a lot of people overlooked because it was cat game. That being said, I am actually between Vampire Survivors and Neon White for my vote. And
oh my god, do you know who's voting in this in the jury? It's just nothing but media publications.
Of course it is.
That's exactly why I said
it always is. My vote. So yeah, my prediction is Vampire Survivors, and my vote is going to be. I think I'm going to go Neon White.
Bro, my vote was for Brody, and then he just fucked me.
The LA Times is going to vote on this.
I really did enjoy Tunic for the time I put into it, but I also I don't know, I fell off of it.
That was earlier in the year, though, wasn't it? When you were playing it,
was
right?
early.
Yeah. Okay.
So, but yeah.
But alrighty.
Next category.
Is that you reading it, or is it Nick?
That'd be Nikolaj.
All right, next category is Content Creator of the Year.
God, kill me.
For a streamer or content creator who has made an important and positive impact on the community in 2022. So we have these turds. We have Carl Jacobs, Ludwig, Nebellion, Nabru, QT Cinderella. Could give a shit about any of them. I'm just going to say Nebellion because I followed him on fucking Twitter.
And he's gone now.
And he's gone now.
No longer on there.
So I don't even know if that's allowed to be voted for, but I'll vote
on Twitter.
Yeah, he dipped out a while back.
He was one of the big guys that would post a lot of sales and like break news and shit like that.
He would do a lot of.
Actually,
that's what these people were fucking.
Not all of them. Just
not all of them.
No. There's a whole thing I was watching on YouTube where people were saying like, "Oh, it's not even fair that he's in this anymore because he's off of shit or whatever." But he wasn't really like a creator. He just said when shit was on sale on Twitter. But I mean,
he would talk about gaming news a lot too.
Yeah, he did a lot of like breaking news type shit.
Yeah.
He's not like full Wario 64 level of like I just post deals, right? But Wario 64 is fucking awesome.
Like Young, would take a lot of like news from Nebellion and all that. So
great.
So what's your prediction and vote there, Nick?
Him for both.
Nebellion.
Okay. I don't care about any of these other turds.
Okay.
That's just my opinion. I don't know. They all sound like they suck. I have no idea who QT Cinderella is.
Yvonne, you know the answer.
Yeah.
You just don't want to say
He's going to pick Ludwig.
I'll say it for you. You can throw your vote and I'll say it.
I only know Ludwig because everybody talked about him because he did like the longest stream ever or whatever, which I mean, I don't think in any respect counts for being an important or positive impact on the community. Nobody gives you streamed for 48 hours. Who gives
you just didn't sleep, you jerk off.
Yeah. No, he did sleep. He just kept streaming.
Oh, fuck him. He's a turd.
Yeah, so when people go, is that positive or impactful to the community? No, I go, no. There's a bunch of people in their own basements watching this guy just do his regular thing. So I think my prediction and vote would probably actually go to Cutie Cinderella because I just looked her up and she was also a co-creator of the Streamer Awards, which I feel at the very least maybe isn't the most positive thing, but it's something more than just streaming your life.
Fair.
So yeah. Oh, what? I'm voting for Ludwig anyway. She's dating him. I
Who's dating Ludwig?
Cutie Cinderella. I've been had.
It's
I've
rigged.
been pranked.
It's rigged.
Damn it.
I've been pranked, dude. Don't tell me Ludwig's the other co-creator of the Streamer Wars. I swear to God, I'll be
Dude,
so
this
mad.
is like Total Recall.
But
We're
no.
trapped in it.
I'm keeping my votes. My prediction and vote is Cutie Cinderella.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hefe?
Well,
boy.
Ludwig was once the king of Bavaria in the early 1900s.
That is true.
So I will not go for Ludwig.
Oh.
Rebellion, I enjoy how he provided people with useful information instead of where to get G Fuel. So I'll
Angry
give my
Joe
vote
looking at you.
to Rebellion, and I think who will win is Cutie Cinderella because I think there are too many stands for her. So
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So my prediction is going to be Carl Jacobs. I don't really know much about the person, but I heard a few things while I was listening to someone else go through like their whole predictions and shit like that. I think he is quite popular with the kids. I think it's actually going to be somewhere between
Don't
Carl
say
Jacobs
it like
and
that ever again.
to the kids. I can say it like that because I have to watch YouTube videos that my
He's
kids
a
bring up
father.
of people I don't give a fuck about.
My kid's on Blippi right now, so I don't know.
oh fuck, dude, Blippi's weird.
Yeah, he's hey. I hate him. That's what he does. He does that creepy shit.
So yeah, I'm between either that or Nobru because that he looks like an absolute fucking douche.
Yeah, has like a little
so people
eyebrow
would
shaving, dude. I want to
absolutely
punch
love
him in the
him.
face.
The fucking red tips and the cut in the eyebrow. Fuck you, Jesus. Anyway,
You also notice on his jacket that's a TikTok logo.
He
he's
looks
got
like,
the
Latino
he's got the
Pauly D.
fucking the cross earring too.
He's got the cross
angling.
earring. Yeah.
Nice.
God damn.
He's so dark wave. It's not even funny. Keep going.
Anyway, I don't.
You're just
I
saying
don't like the
terms.
way he looks at all. I'm absolutely judging a book by the cover, and fuck him. But my vote is for
You'd probably be right too.
for Nebellion. He seems like a shithead. Like I'm just saying, he seems like a shithead. Anyway, my vote's
Anybody
for
who does
Nebellion.
No,
this
you're right.
for
He's
the
got the
cover vote, probably not the guy you should
Some of
trust.
these.
he's
one of
got
these.
he's got the Sam Smith earring, the hair of Pauly D, and the eyebrow of Charlie Puth.
And he's got
Charlie
he's-
Puth
but
is
he's
a talented
clearly, like-
individual.
but he's also like I don't know if he's like Latino or what. I don't know.
So locking it in. Predictions: Carl Jacobs. My vote's for Nebellion, though.
Weird. Fit.
But
I
I think
got the TikTok creator jacket, so you got to keep that in mind.
oh my
I think there's
God.
also something to be said that Nebellion has now left too. I think he could possibly
Smart
get
man.
some brownie points there, right?
He'll probably
For that,
win because he left.
Defiance, I could see that. Yeah.
God.
In defiance of our new overlord, fucking Elon Musk.
Is that why
Mr.
he
Moose-
left?
No.
No.
Yes.
That's
No.
pretty dumb
No,
if
he
he
said-
left.
It
Yeah,
had
yeah.
something to do
That's
with
why
it.
he left Twitter. That's the
No,
dumbest
it
fucking
said
shit
he
I've
was
heard.
taking a break from. Keep it rolling. We're not doing
It
this right now.
100%
What a
has something
stupid
to do
thing.
with
Keep
fucking.
it rolling.
What a
Keep it
dumb
rolling.
thing.
Come
Oh
on.
my God.
Anyway, what's the next
Keep
one?
it- Twitter?
I'm gonna change my name to Elon Musk and see how many people fucking lose sleep. All right, best multiplayer for outstanding online multiplayer
I already don't
gameplay
sleep.
and design, including co-op and massively multiplayer experiences, irrespective of game genre or platform.
This list
Did we
sucks.
skip? Wait, hold on. Did we
This
skip?
is so bad.
Didn't
We've
Nick,
got-
didn't Nick do the last one?
We've got
Yeah, did Nick do the last
The
one? You
NyQuil,
skipped
the
me.
NyQuil's hitting Jeff.
The NyQuil's kicking into
okay,
Jeff.
carry
Here. Go
on.
ahead.
You continue. You continue. No, you go ahead. You go ahead.
Okay,
I
no,
don't want to
so-
fuck it up. You read the list.
You're
Read the
sure,
list.
no, I was just trying to keep track of it.
We're already here.
No, read it. Read it. You got it.
Oh.
Go for it. Go for it. I don't want to fuck this
Who do I
up.
listen to? Anyway, no. So yeah, Jeff said
Dan?
best multiplayer for outstanding online multiplayer gameplay and design, including co-op and MMO experiences, irrespective of game genre or platform. We have Call of Duty: Modern Warfare 2, Multiversus, Overwatch 2, Splatoon 3, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Shredder's Revenge. Nick, what are your predictions? Or
Well
what's your
known
prediction and
for
what's your
the
vote?
multiplayer aspect of it.
Oh
I know,
man.
right?
Tune Christ.
My predictions: Call of Duty: Modern Warfare 2. My personal vote, because I know that everyone loved it, is going to be Splatoon 3. I know
You
every
What
anybody
the
that has actually
fuck
played it?
are you on?
from people I've seen talk about. They loved it.
Oh, that, so
I've
what, how many
seen
people?
that
How many people is that, Nick?
mostly.
Nick, how many people is that?
Like 5.
5. Cool. So we're
How old
voting
were
on
they?
it.
How
I'm
old
being
were
Do
they?
they have a
contrary.
driver's license?
I'll give the vote to Overwatch 2.
What?
Your vote? What? You just changed it?
Yes.
He changed it.
Fuck. Have
Jeff is
you played
badger-
Overwatch 2?
I can't be. You're badgering me at the polls right now.
What's your prediction?
Well, you're weak and you changed your fucking
Modern
vote.
Warfare. My prediction is Modern Warfare. Stop
That's the
making fun of
best.
me in front of Jeff. You're
That's-
feeding him.
That's
He's like
the
a
best
tulpa.
response I've ever heard. You're badgering me at the polls right now. Well, you're being weak. Pick one. It's like
Vote.
there's no.
Keep
It's
going.
locked in. You can't change it now.
I don't care.
Your
I don't want to change
predictions,
anything.
COD. Your vote is Overwatch.
Yeah, butthole. Keep going.
Are you sure? You
Um,
don't want to change it a third time?
You're badgering the witness, Your Honor.
Fuck yeah, I am. Let's go.
Yeah, no, and being the judge, I allow it.
You're
my
a
prediction-
cocksucker, too.
Dude,
Wow,
Brody's basically
okay.
all Brody's doing is basically like the girl guides outside of a Walmart asking if you want to buy fucking popcorn, bro.
I do.
Yeah, they
Um,
And
badger
you're
and scare
crumbling
me.
right now.
You're crumbling. You're crumbling in
saying
my
my
Walmart parking lot.
I am saving my Walmart rant for OBO. Keep it rolling.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
Jesus.
So my prediction, just because I'm assuming Activision paid everybody off for this one, I'm gonna be COD. Just not gonna sugarcoat it any other way. They spend millions on awards, probably trying to get something here. My vote, because I haven't played any of these other ones, and I did not like COD. I have really enjoyed Overwatch 2 since I've gotten to play it. And I'm not like Nick, where I'm
Christ.
picking that just to go along with the masses. I actually have played it to a degree.
played Overwatch
Nick has
2.
played. You played 30 minutes as Reinhardt while you were hammered, so I don't think that really counts as.
I was really drunk.
Yeah, you were really drunk.
It's the only way
Exactly.
it's enjoyable for me.
Okay, well, guilty, same, but
All right, keep it rolling.
All
Really enjoyed
it. My turn.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I have
Go
no
ahead.
idea why TMNT's on this list. That makes no sense. Splatoon 3. People who play this are too young to even know how to work this website to vote, so it's not going to win. Overwatch 2. Yeah, Overwatch 2 is not great. Multiverses. I forgot about that game. Call of Duty is my vote and my prediction. Because it's the only thing I'm left with. This is basically, yeah.
Oh god, that was funny.
To be fair, we have not really had a whole lot of multiplayer games this year, so
no, not really.
Multiverses
list.
This is
Multiverses
much
was
like
a
normal
fucking
election.
flash in the
There's only
pan.
One solid decision.
Even with
Yeah.
Shaggy.
Yes, especially
Dude,
with
Wow.
that
Shaggy.
fucking game
all his power?
is doing okay right now, and it's gonna fucking die in the next year.
I don't even think it's doing okay anymore.
It is. It was doing okay, at least a month ago.
Oh,
I totally forgot it was even there, but it
here's
has fucking LeBron
right?
James in it.
Okay is
So
in
does.
parentheses because the
That's
scale
important.
is so different between, Let's say this: it's probably doing better than Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I don't
yeah.
I don't
probably so.
disagree, but I also don't think it's apples to apples by any means.
No, TMNT should not even be on this list. This is absurd.
No. Yeah,
Tetris
that is
99 could be on this.
Sure,
Right.
I see what Birdie's saying.
Well, Five Nights at Freddy's.
Anyway, I did not like Overwatch 2 at all. Multiverses
Really?
was a weird flash in the pan that I just don't see very many people talking about, except for people who really fucking jerk off to Shaggy. Splatoon
Guilty.
3.
Just trying to add some comedy.
Splatoon 3 was a thing. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I think it's fucking cool for what it's doing, but I don't know if I would necessarily put it in this list. So my vote and prediction are COD.
So can I ask before we move on, just quick? I want to touch it on for both you and Jeff. Why have you not enjoyed Sorry, I'll take my hands away. Why have you not enjoyed Overwatch 2? If you could list it to just like a couple things, obviously, because we don't want to talk about
I
it.
barely enjoyed Overwatch 1.
That's interesting.
That
Most
is
of
a
the time
fair
I
enough
played it
statement
for
right there.
Yeah. I
Pretty.
I mainly played it for the social aspect of it. I just don't really like the new meta with the 5 characters, and I find it to be
Wow.
a very frustrating game.
Sure.
Personally, I've actually
yeah.
been enjoying the shit out of Call of Duty, though, even with all the weird fucking
Really?
bullshit they have in there. So, fuck
What have
me,
you
I
been
guess.
playing?
I
You
don't
just
know.
been playing.
It's a great
I
time.
just
played
to play
everything.
multiplayer?
Warzone, I
played
played
everything?
DMZ,
Oh, okay.
I played
I haven't even
multiplayer.
touched.
I was playing DMZ before we hopped on here. Like, I fucking adore DMZ because it's Tarkov, but not as convoluted and
We're gonna have to play it over
insane.
the weekend or something because I
Yes.
haven't. I've played one game and I played it by myself, so I haven't really been able to dive into it. But
Oh, no. You gotta
to
take
go
a
opposite
crew.
with that. Really enjoyed the 5-person Overwatch stuff. I think
Really?
it's really it's renewed it for me. We play it all
Fair
the time in Discord, so that's another reason why you should join if you're an Overwatch fan. Because we're playing it all the time in there.
Hey.
Quick segue.
lot of cool people
But yeah,
playing it,
no,
too.
I've really enjoyed the 5v5 stuff. And everybody that we've played with in there has also really found it to be quite enjoyable. But yeah, I was just curious what you guys thought.
I don't mind
Yeah,
the
I just-
5v5.
I've never
I
cared.
don't like how it feels half baked.
Jeff gets to talk about the next category.
Some of the
Yeah,
games.
can I write in? It was John in our chat here said Deep Rock Galactic. I would like to write in Deep Rock Galactic.
Yeah, I
That's-
would.
I haven't
fair.
even played the fucking game, but
I would vote
I
for
own
Deep
it.
Rock Galactic if it were on the list. Absolutely,
Or Risk of Rain too.
I would
On
vote
to
for
the
either
next,
of those over the other 5.
category for best sports/racing game. Really fucking happy to do this one, guys. For the best traditional and non-traditional sports and racing game, you've got F1 22.
Let's go. Let's go.
I know.
FIFA 23, NBA 2K 23, Gran Turismo 7, and Ollie Ollie World.
All right, Nick, because you're a sports guy.
Oh, I'm gonna say F122 for both.
What a moron.
Silly boy.
I
FIFA
don't know.
FIFA
I don't.
23 came out with some weird issues this year around. I heard, and
Gran Turismo
yeah.
had so many fucking weird like microtransaction shit that was super
Yeah, that's out.
super
Yeah,
fucking.
yeah.
time out. I vote F1.
No,
And
I,
there's
I
two F1 boys here, and they're
Yeah.
like fucking
Yeah,
moron.
but we're just F1 enough where it doesn't slide over our eyes that there's clearly a winner in this matchup already.
Keep it going. All right, cool. I put
I
my
mean,
my vote and prediction F1.
Evan, go ahead.
I mean, here's the thing. I think Jeff and I are going to differ on this a little bit. And now I'm kind of wary of my choices because Brody brought up the whole issues with microtransactions. Because my prediction was going to be GT7, and I'm not going to lie, that really changed my mind when you brought that up. Because
it was a
that's
big
huge
fucking
Big
deal.
fucking deal.
I remember reading about it. Yeah, it was massive. My prediction, honestly, would probably go to something like probably NBA. I would be willing to bet. Just he reaches a wider range of people. I would say it's that. Just I don't know
Versus
anything about
FIFA?
Ollie Ollie World. FIFA's had its own set of issues for so long that I feel like it's so hard to ignore.
Well, yeah,
transferred into
but also
that.
Madden
And-
sells how many, and it has had
right.
the same
I
issues
don't know why
for
that's
20 years.
I'm curious as to why that's not on this list as well. Maybe because they can't pick it because it's EA's got 2 on here already. Maybe I don't know. But yeah, my prediction would be like NBA, FIFA. Maybe I could. You might have a better pick there for that. My vote
Was that made in Romania? EA Romania?
That's why it's so bad.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I'm not voting for it because it's from the fucking Romos.
Nice. Yeah, my vote is F122 though because I'm a huge F1
I'm
fan,
Romanian.
So I think I've already put like 250 hours into F122. So
So your vote and prediction was F122?
no, sorry,
Okay.
my
All right, I
prediction
missed
was
your
NBA.
prediction. Okay.
My prediction was
that's right.
NBA, and then my vote was F1. Yeah.
Okay.
I can hear the F.
I don't know anything about
Ollie
Ollie Ollie World, so I can hear it too. But I can hear it playing through the poor recorder instead of the actual theme.
Yes.
Hey FIFA, Suj Pula. Keep it going, baby.
What did you just say?
I'm not telling you.
I
Say
think
some shit
I
in
think it was
Romanian.
suck dick.
Oh, he was on the nail with that one.
I think FIFA 23 is my prediction. And if I had to vote, I would vote F122. Because I really enjoy F122. But my prediction would be that it's going to be FIFA 23.
After Brody goes, I have a point to add about F1. Why I don't think it'll be the winner.
My prediction is F122. And my prediction is that way because F1 has gained so much popularity in the last
true.
year.
Very true.
Like an
ESPN
insane amount of popularity. Gran
had, like,
Turismo had the microtransaction bullshit. FIFA's the same fucking game. They copy and paste just like Madden,
Correct.
and it has microtransaction bullshit. I know very few people that actually play NBA 2K23. Like, I also basketball fucking sucks.
Yes.
And my vote is actually for Ollie Ollie World.
Okay.
Just because it is something different on this list. It is a very fun game, and it is actually the only goddamn one I have played on this list. So my vote is for Ollie Ollie World, but my prediction is F122.
So, and I don't think this is. I think you're absolutely right about everything you said. Yeah, F1 has grown massively in popularity over the past like 2 years.
The same
in
fucking
America,
game as
especially.
21 though.
Yeah. I mean, it's actually it had a poorer start than
Yes.
most F1 games. It was very. This is the first time EA had a real hand in making the game, and lo and behold,
They
it had
fucked it
tons of issues at launch. So that's part of why I didn't really think it would win. And that's really the only reason why it wasn't my prediction. So I think I might have made a poor choice there. Not that I can change it, which is fine. But yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right in that it's just gotten it's huge. I mean, it had like nearly around 1 million viewers on ESPN2 every single race.
It's amazing.
Like, which is incredible for like you take it 5 years ago, there was barely anybody watching it in the States. So yeah, I think you've got a real strong case there for F1 winning. And if it does win, that'll only make me feel better about it. You know, just it reaching that sort of popularity. Sorry, I didn't mean to take my time, but yeah.
Do you rest your case?
I do rest my case, Brody. You are the next one.
It is my turn. Okay. Oh, perfect. Best sim/strategy game. Best game focused on real time or turn based simulation or strategy gameplay, irrespective of platform. Sorry, irresponsible. Dune Spice Wars, which I forgot that game even came out. Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope. Total War Warhammer 3. 2 Point Campus, and Victoria 3. Nicolas.
Right, so my prediction is going to be, it's difficult, between Mario plus Rabbids and Warhammer 3. I'm going to go with Warhammer 3 for my prediction.
Okay.
My vote, if I had to choose, my vote would be Dune Spice Wars.
Is it
say
because
you
it
guys
says
picked
Dune in the name?
Fucking Dune.
Yeah, he didn't play it. He didn't
Even know it was out.
I've watched
He
it.
didn't know it was
I
out.
am the quit sack Hatterack. Keep going.
He only picked it because Noah in the chat would have blown his ass up if he didn't pick it for one of the categories, which is understandable. No, I'm not
Dune.
flaming you or anything.
I do like Dune a lot.
My prediction is going to be Total War Warhammer 3 because it's Warhammer. My vote is going to be Victoria 3.
Okay.
Really liked that game that I haven't played or bought or watched yet.
Nice.
But it's been on my list. It's
Love
been
to
on my
see
list too. It's been on my list to check out and get. It interests me a lot.
My prediction is Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope. First one was amazing. I fucking hate Rabbids, but and if I had to vote, it'd probably be 2 Point Campus because 2 Point Hospital is fantastic.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't. Okay. All right. Cool.
Ooh, this one's tough. So I think my prediction and vote are both going to go to Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope. From what I've heard, I have not played this one. I did play the first one. The first one was fantastic, like Jeff said, but
Sleeper, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it caught people off guard. But I think this one has even fine-tuned it even more, and people seem to be really loving it. And on top of that, it has the popularity as well, because now people also are aware that the first one was a sleeper. And so it has the fucking staying power of Mario. But I mean, there's also a lot of Warhammer fans. So I'm going to stick with Mario for both my vote and prediction.
Cool. On to me next.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
All right. Ironically, I'm presenting the best family game. So, best family category for the best game appropriate for family play, irrespective of genre or platform. I'm the best person you could have got to do this. So, you got Kirby and the Forgotten Land, Lego Star Wars, The Skywalker Saga, Mario plus Rabbids, Sparks of Hope, Nintendo Switch Sports, and Splatoon 3.
So, the Nintendo category.
Absolutely.
Yeah, really.
So,
More or less.
I am going to predict Kirby and the Forgotten Land. And I'm going to vote for Mario plus Rabbids.
Okay. See, I don't view Mario plus Rabbids as a kids game because it can actually be quite challenging. But that's just me,
It doesn't say kids game. It says family game.
which involves children typically.
Whatever. Keep it rolling,
Okay.
sucker.
He's not wrong on that one. My prediction and vote goes to Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga, the franchise and community I hate the most. You get my vote.
Is that the Star Wars or Lego?
Both.
Star Wars. No, I don't care for anything related to Lego in a bad way. It's not for me, but I respect it. Star Wars people, not the biggest, not even the people, just the community, like, the bad fans essentially can't deal with them.
Fair
But
enough.
yeah, I mean, I saw Connor and a couple other people in the Discord playing it when it came out, and it looked good. I would say for like, it looked really nice. I thought it looked really pretty, and then it's got a lot of content there, and it's a good family game. You might know this better than I, but could you do 2 or 4 players? I know previously wasn't it only 2 in most Lego games? I don't know what it is now.
It was only 2 at most, but I think
it's
were
only
some variations you could do 3 or 4.
So that would
I think
maybe
this
be
one's
why
also
it
only
doesn't.
2.
That would maybe be why it doesn't win for me, or like why I don't think it'll win rather, because it is a 2-player game, which families usually consist of more than 2 people.
Granted, 3 of these games are 1-player games, so
I did not know that, so now I feel like I got a stronger case.
there you go.
There's
Just
another
help me
person involved.
Kirby,
But yeah.
Mario, and Splatoon, I believe, are all just
Are they
single
all
player.
single player? Yes, and Switch is only 2 players as well. I think. I played Switch Sports
that
with
could
my
be.
brother. I think I played. Yeah, I played
You can
Switch.
play local.
Can you do up to?
Yeah,
Can you do up to 4 people though? Okay.
I
didn't know that, but yeah, okay.
Up to 4.
Okay.
My vote would be for Kirby, and my prediction would be Splatoon.
Okay.
That's my thought. I love Kirby. That's why I give my vote to that. But I also really like the Lego Star Wars stuff. That's fantastic games.
I do love Lego Star Wars games. They're awesome.
It is
Definitely.
actually.
Just Lego
So I
games
did
in
play a little bit of this Lego Star Wars game, and it's really fucking fun. Just for the sake of like, kind of that nostalgia hit from playing through some of it. But and there's like actually open areas where you can do like puzzles and like it's actually a really cool game. But I also feel like it was a weird flash in the pan, but it also has the staying power of Star Wars. So
Plus
Yeah,
Lego.
games.
Yeah.
and Lego, yeah. My
Yeah.
prediction is going to be Lego Star Wars, but my vote is going to be Kirby. I have not played it, but I have heard it is fantastic, and it is arguably one of the best Kirby games out there, and fucking Kirby's cool as shit. So,
There you go.
That's literally all I've heard for that game too. That it was like the best Kirby game that's come out.
yeah.
So
Yep.
All right.
This one's so weird to me, by the way.
Yeah,
This
one's
one we're
very
getting ready to
weird.
get into.
one's
Especially the
really
last
quick.
goddamn.
My favorite category of game to play because I play these all the time. They're so much fun. Best fighting for the best game design primarily around head-to-head combat. Our first is DNF Duel. Our second is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle R. Our third is the King of Fighters 15. And our fourth is Multiversus. And our fifth is Sifu. Nick, what is your prediction? What is your vote?
But quickly, I just
Yeah.
want to say, why the fuck is Sifu in here? It is an action game. I understand there is fighting in it, but it is not a
It's
fighting
all-
game in the sense of what a fighting game is.
It also
I
runs
understand.
at like 12
Compared to the other
frames a
4.
second.
In a
I've
game where you have
never a
precise
problem playing
input.
Sifu. I didn't have a problem playing Sifu at all.
Is Sifu a
did you beat
one-player
it?
game, or is it? Can you
Yeah.
do like PvP?
Did you
So
beat it,
yeah, then
Nick?
it's
Yeah.
not. Wait, were you
Great.
saying
I
yes?
like
Yes or
Sifu.
mine?
It's a one-player game.
So then it's not even a fighting. What? All
don't
these
know,
other
man.
games you can do like 2 people, right? You can
I'm
do
not a huge
1v1s.
seafood guy.
So it's not
I
even.
like
fighting. Who's
seafood.
making these
Duh.
awards
Say
lists? Jeff.
seafood.
Not a fan of fish.
So
Jeff, for real, man.
my prediction is Multiverse.
Jeff Keeley, not this Jeff.
Does and my vote would be for Sifu because I really enjoyed Sifu and I enjoyed the combat in the game. If I had to write one in though, it would be Midnight Fight Express.
But I also
Well,
don't think
not a
that's
I
fighting
think
game.
that's
Fighting
more of
game.
an action adventure fight game as well, but like
Fighting. Action adventure is later down the line. You're getting ahead of
Dude,
yourself.
what the fuck is all of this shit in the
Dude,
list?
we've got like
They're
another
fighting
fucking
games.
18
They are
fucking
fighting games.
categories.
Like
Rest of
like
them are
fighting games are
technically
like
fighting games.
Jeff's about to
Fighter,
bow out.
Dragon
Street
Ball,
Fighter,
I
Mortal
hate this time of
Kombat.
year.
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah,
this
you
isn't
do.
these, like-
You run a video game podcast.
This
Sifu is
whole
not-
event is just so fucking aggravating. These award shows.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, nice
I'm-
DCFC shirt, Brody. All right, keep it
Thank you.
rolling.
I guess my prediction and my vote is Multiversus because it's got Batman and Shaggy on the cover, and I don't know anybody else in these games. Like Sifu to me is not a fighting game; it's a one-player game, which inherently is not what I grew up with understanding of what a fighting game was.
Agreed.
I don't know anything about DNF Duel. I know JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is based off of like that anime that has the awesome meme song from Yes in it, Roundabout.
Yes.
The
Yes.
the guitar riff. So that kind of is like a close second for me, just for that. I don't know what the
for that
King of
reason only.
I don't know what the King of Fighters 15 is. So yeah, Multiversus gets it, and yeah, Sifu is not a fighting game. Anybody who wants to argue with me, be sure to join our Discord and argue with me in the video game banter chat.
Great
Boom, that's
plug.
two.
Nice.
Let's go.
Amazing plug.
Yeah. Let's
Great
go.
plug.
But yeah.
My prediction is King of Fighters 15. My vote is the fucking multiverse because there's Batman with a sandwich in the fucking photo. That's about it. When
Yes.
I hear
Oh, and
JoJo's
Shaggy's got the
Bizarre
Batarang.
Adventure, I think of JoJo Siwa.
No, not JoJo Siwa with the stupid ponytail that fucked her hairline up. It did
all
fuck her
bad.
hairline up.
Did it
Um,
really?
Good. All right, bro.
Yeah, oh yeah, it did.
So I would say my
Yeah.
prediction would be Sifu, but I feel like anybody that's voting on this and is in the industry, if you vote for Sifu in a fighting category, you're fucking idiot. Just throwing that out there.
Chill.
No, I won't. My prediction is
understands the
multiverses,
category.
and my vote is multiverses. Because it's not a fucking fighting game. It's an action adventure game. There's a whole goddamn category dedicated
nominated
to it
in that
two
category?
categories.
All right, let's just keep it rolling. Let's keep it rolling.
No,
If it is it nominated in that category?
no.
It's not. That's hilarious.
It's
Poor Sifu.
I understand there was not a lot of fighting games that came out this year, and it shows. But it's multiverses hands down. Like the rest of them are too niche.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, that's I think why it'll win as well. I think you're absolutely right.
We'll be
Alrighty.
really fun to
Alright.
see what they do. All right, best role playing. For the best game design with rich player character customization and progression, including massively multiplayer experiences. You've got Elden Ring.
Nick.
Is it Live Alive or Live Live?
Live alive.
It's
Live
Live
Alive.
Alive.
La Vida Loca.
Live Alive, Pokemon Legends, Arceus, Triangle Strategy, Xenoblade Chronicles 3. My prediction and my vote is Elden Ring on this one. Well,
Elden Ring is my prediction and my
I'm out
vote.
of order, but I just wanted to go
Jesus.
quick on this because there's no
Jesus.
fucking.
There's no
I mean,
competition here.
Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is fucking really beloved. I will say that. But I don't think it can fucking match the sheer hype and player base of Elden Ring. But, yeah.
I mean, yeah, my prediction is Elden Ring. My vote is Xenoblade, just to be contrarian. Also, and maybe somebody else could answer this better than I could. Massively multiplayer experiences, does that fit into Elden Ring? Because Elden Ring, it hands down is a two or third person,
Doesn't
like
fit
2 or
into
3 people can
Pokemon.
play at a time.
I wouldn't consider it a massively That'd be like Final Fantasy 14 or.
None of these are
So then-
massively multiplayer experiences.
So then maybe they
though.
should have taken that out of the description.
No,
Yeah.
that they had.
Well,
to
it's
copy and paste that from
including
last
it.
year. They
It's
can't.
including
they can't
it,
delete
yeah.
it.
Oh, is
They
that-
can-
I mean, that's dumb, but sure. I mean, yeah,
my
my
vote-
prediction is Elden Ring and vote. I said Xenoblade, right? Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
Didn't mean to cut you
My
off.
vote and prediction are Xenoblade. I don't think this is where
Ooh.
Elden Ring wins. Not that I don't think it's a great role playing, but it's
Okay,
not.
I got you.
I think it's one of my favorite games I played this year, right? But I think Xenoblade. I think this is the only place it's going to win anything. So
Okay.
that's how this goes, right? Like a lot of times you'll win
Sure.
a category, but you won't win another one because that's how they do shit. But I think this is going to be Xenoblade, and honestly, my vote is for Xenoblade. I have not played this one yet, but I have played the first and second one, and
You
they're
really like them?
fucking fantastic games. Granted, there's also something to be said for Pokemon Legends. Like, a lot of people were pretty high on this game, especially as far as recent Pokemon games go. This one has garnered a lot of attention, and it's also the biggest multimedia franchise in the entire fucking world. So there is something to be said for that. But I think this is where Xenoblade's gonna get its fucking flowers.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah, Elden Ring sucks. Shut up, Nick.
You know my
Oof.
vote, and you know my prediction.
Just
Keep
trying to
it
piss
rolling.
him off. I'm just
Keep it fucking rolling.
as we go through this, every time Elden Ring is nominated, I will find something progressively shittier to say about it. So when Game of the Year comes around, he's fired
He's
up.
gonna be tilted as hell. Perfect.
Oh yeah,
Can
he's
we-
gonna be literally 90 degrees in his chair talking.
Can we comment on the next category and how they couldn't?
Well, you're pronouncing
That is what we're here for, actually.
Correct,
he-
but they couldn't be fucked to center the image for one of these games.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys could see what I see.
Yeah. The
No,
one
no, it works.
their heads cut
Never
off.
mind. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, keep it
So
going.
best action adventure game. For the best action adventure game, combining combat with traversal and puzzle solving. A Plague Tale Requiem, God of War, Horizon Forbidden West, Stray, and Tunic.
God of War for both. There's no competition here. It's God of War for both.
I think when you look at the description, combining combat with traversal and puzzle solving, while some of these games may fare better in the traversal and puzzle solving aspects, when you combine the puzzles and traversal with God of War's combat, that's where I think it takes the cake.
It's literally where it just goes, get away from me.
Is there even any fucking combat in Stray? Isn't there like one small part where there's some
one
combat?
small part.
Yeah, and you run. I don't know.
Arguably, that is not what this
traversal.
category is.
But there's
That's
puzzles and other
traversal.
stuff.
I don't know
Yeah,
why
I mean-
Stray was for adventure. I get Stray.
It's like
'Cause
the
they gotta-
last award, right? They wrote this like what you were saying, Brody. They wrote it last year, and some are gonna fit every piece of it. Some are gonna fit 2 of it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Anyway, Evan, sorry, bud. I didn't mean to cut you off. I just
No.
got
I
angry
mean,
about Cat Game
and understandably so.
being in
Cats
this
are dumb.
category. Like, I don't give a fuck if you like the Cat Game, and it just doesn't belong here.
No, you're absolutely right. But yeah, I think when you look at, and that's kind of how I judged myself this year when I was looking at these, is last year I don't think I really paid attention to those subtitles a lot, but now I really tried to focus it off of, take everything else out of the equation and focus exactly on what we're voting on it for, and that's why I think God of War wins this one, is just because you have these 3 really great things that combine where some of these games might lack in other areas. So yeah, God of War wins that for me.
Oh yeah.
God of War for both.
All right.
Yeah, God of War
Brody.
both easily.
I was expecting
Not
Brody to
even
change his mind.
fucking close.
All right.
No.
Cool.
No, fucking Horizon's not fun. Tunic
No,
is
it's not.
everybody's cup of tea. Plague Tale Requiem. I don't know that many people that even played it. Stray doesn't
Or
even meet the
enjoyed it.
fucking criteria. God of War takes us away without even a fucking question.
Cool. I'd love to see a unanimous vote here. This is the first time we've all
I
done it. This
Jesus
time. Yeah.
Christ! I just looked at the next category.
All right, Nick. Why
Yes,
don't you
sir.
lead us in on that one, bud?
I'm gonna take a picture
The next
real quick.
category is best action game. For the best game in the action genre, focused primarily on combat. So we have Bayonetta 3 by Platinum Games / Nintendo. We have Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 by Infinity Ward / Activision. We have Neon White, Angel Matrix, and Purna. We have Sifu. Perna, thank you.
And
We have Sifu by Slow Clap. And we have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Shredder's Revenge by Tribute Games, and Dote Mew. My prediction for this is either going to be... Fuck. I don't know. My prediction is... I don't think Bayonetta is going to get anything due to the controversy it got this year.
Yeah, but I don't think that's in the end. It wasn't negative towards the devs.
No,
Because
it's
negative
negative
also-
to BA. I know.
Also doesn't relate to the category. Please try to keep your votes
All right.
precise.
All right,
not
all right.
stray.
So
Get back in the voting booth. I did not tell
I
you
am
to leave. Get back in there.
My prediction's gonna be Fifu, and my vote will be for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
Me pulling Nick out of the voting booth. Get back in there and change your vote. Change it right now.
That's
Okay.
that's where I stand.
Your prediction is Tifu, and your vote is COD. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
My prediction is COD, and my vote is Bayonetta. Pretty Woman on cover win every time.
Fair.
Just trying to keep it
Fair.
lively, but yeah, no, I mean, my prediction's COD easily. Definitely.
Prediction and vote is COD.
Okay. So my prediction is actually going to be Sifu. And my vote is Neon White.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
It's way out of
Alright,
fucking
switching
left
up.
field, boys.
Switching
Neon
it up.
White was great for what I've seen of it. So
A lot of people love it. I think it's
Yes.
one of those I think it's gonna be one
Hidden
of those
gems
gems in
almost.
a couple
Yeah.
years, where people are like, I can't believe we didn't fucking play this. Like
it's
I
gonna be a
heard
cult classic. I guarantee
there's
it.
some
Everything
weird
is the
like
best one next.
there's some weird sexy anime type trope bullshit in
Yes.
it, but I've heard the actual gameplay
play?
of Neon
Is
White is
awesome, is what I've
fantastic.
heard. Yeah.
Like I almost picked it up the other day just because it looks.
I
it
thought
looks cool.
about it, man. I thought
And
about it.
everything I saw about it before leading up to the game, I was like, fuck this. I don't want anything to do with it. And then people are talking it up and they're like, I love it. It's amazing. So that's where I sit.
Yeah.
Sure
Cool.
thing. All right, on to our next one, and I love this category because I know, as far as I'm strongly predicting here, none of us have played any of these games.
You right.
You're correct.
So our next category is best VR/AR for the best game experience playable in virtual or augmented reality, irrespective of platform. We have After the Fall from Vertigo Games, Among Us VR from Shell Games and Inner Sloth, Bone Lab from Stress Level Zero, Moss Book 2 from Polyarch, and Red Matter 2 from Vertical Robot. Nick, what is your prediction? What is your vote?
My prediction is going to be Among Us VR. My vote would go to Bone Lab, though.
Anything you want to add, or you good with that?
No, I could see how this is going to go, but I would say like Bone Lab for VR, because Bone Works was just so. When it came out for VR, it was insane, and when Bone Lab came out, that too was just like another step in the right direction for VR. So that's why I'd vote for it, but my prediction is going to go to fucking Amogus.
Do you think Among Us still has the attention of everybody at this moment?
Unfortunately, yes. Oh yeah. it
Really?
does.
I
Oh,
haven't
yeah.
seen much about it anymore.
Out of this,
Like,
group,
I feel
I
like
I
it
would say
definitely died.
yeah.
All the kids are Amogus.
So
As a parent of a 10-year-old and a 7-year-old, I disagree. Like I have not heard
Whatever,
a fucking peep
bro.
about it. I'm just saying.
Whatever,
How's your
bro.
kid,
I'm
Nick?
cool with
How's your kid?
2.5. I'm cool with I'm cool with
Bro.
Five Nights at Freddy's
come on,
and
dog.
shit. I don't know.
You don't even
You're
know
such
what
a
Among Us
blippy.
VR is, dude.
Amogus.
Whatever.
All right, go.
My prediction and my vote is After the Fall.
Okay.
Four player co-op VR zombie
It's actually a
game.
fucking
I mean,
game. It's not.
that's not a very common thing that you get in the VR space right now, and I think that it not only does it have some pretty good gameplay, but it also looks visually very nice. I mean, look at that. There's a lot of clear action going on in that cover. I mean, Among Us VR looks pretty stupid, although it is pretty funny watching the TikToks of grown men running around going rah rah and kids screaming their lungs out because of how scared they are.
Oh, you're sus.
So-
Chill out.
Bro, I mean, that's
Nice.
funny. Bone Lab, I feel, doesn't
Thank
add
you.
anything to what Boneworks did.
Yes, it
I mean,
did.
No, it doesn't. It's the same. It's the same thing.
Doesn't
I've
it
watched
have like
it.
a story mode?
Yes.
So did Boneworks. I mean, it's just a
Weren't those
continuation.
mods to add a story? Like that wasn't part of the base game. The base game was just like a sandbox.
Julian, comment down below, please. All right, keep it rolling.
My understanding is correct, but hey, I don't know.
My prediction is.
I just don't think it adds
Moss.
enough.
Smash Mouth reunion tomorrow.
I saw it.
What? Sorry,
That's huge.
I got distracted by
Um,
our chat. God damn it, Lucas.
My prediction is Moss. My vote is Moss. Fucking adorable.
That's fucking adorable.
Yeah, no, honestly, I wish that Moss would get some attention here, but I don't think it's going to, unfortunately. My vote would personally be Bone Lab, and my prediction is right there with Nick. I think
Bony
I think
Lab?
Among Us still has just enough popularity to hang on to it. Although I really wanted to go Bone Lab just because
Boner
it's so
Lab.
cool.
Dude,
like I see
I
all
get
the
it.
crazy like clips where people are doing just insane shit, and yeah, whatever.
Sure.
It's fine.
But what if that insane shit could be you hiding in a place and acting normal so that you don't act
When you're
sus?
actually sus, yeah.
Could
Bro,
I
that's
interest
Does
you in
Bone
that?
Lab hold a candle to acting sus on a spaceship? Probably not, bro.
Fucking Blue is being sus.
Probably
Like
not.
Jesus.
Keep it
Boy,
going.
did we ever give the wrong one to me. Innovation in accessibility. Recognizing software and or hardware that is pushing the medium forward by adding features, technology, and content to help games be played and enjoyed by an even wider audience. And your nominees are As Dusk Falls. That's crazy. God of War Ragnarok, Return to Monkey Island, The Last of Us Part 2, or The Quarry.
It's part 1, mate.
See it.
I know that I know that God of War has a ton of accessibility features for anyone who may be handicapped to play this game. I know As Dusk Falls has some special subtitling.
Got you in the
Return-
game, bro.
I just, yeah, that's
I
crazy.
I don't know. Return to Monkey Island, I heard, is also. My vote, I guess. This is just like a weird one, right? It's good that this is included
Why is it weird, Nick?
because I don't know what to. I don't have to go through these features. I'm stupid, not blind. I don't
Great.
know what to say.
Quote that. Somebody clip that.
I would. My vote would go for Ragnarok. I think Return to Monkey Island is gonna get. That's my prediction, though.
Clipping. I want somebody to clip that so that whenever he misses something in game, I can play that to him and
What?
be like, "Well, I thought you weren't blind."
Hit me with that one more time, Nick. Sorry.
Vote goes for Ragnarok. Prediction is Return to Monkey Island.
Okay.
So, what I would, and I don't know how this would change the voting process or if they'd have to do anything. What I would maybe, and this is just something that I was thinking about when I was looking at this. I don't think, and correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think any of us particularly know. We know these games, but we don't know what is innovative about their accessibility features. I'd maybe like to see next year or in the coming years of maybe a thing underneath them as to why they're considered innovative or why they were
I'm
voted
sure
or
they'll show
nominated
that during
in
the
category.
show.
Yeah,
But
they
that's
probably
too
will.
late.
Some of the stuff though now, dude, for accessibility, like I would be looking. I think it'd be worth more people's time if this is for a new accessibility feature,
Yeah,
like some-
okay.
like
Well,
enhancing
like-
something, like because I know for a fact some of the accessibility shit in this is there's a better colorblind mode. Okay, well, like
Is
I
that
mean,
innovative?
What the fuck, like As Dusk Falls. I'm sorry, but you click A.
Right, that's
on
what I was
that
saying
to
with
go
the
to the next
subtitling,
fucking
right?
piece. I just
Yeah.
don't I don't know. I don't need to use those things, so maybe that's also me just sitting here being an asshole. But at the same time, I just feel like exactly to your
I
point,
don't-
Evan. You should list out what it is, but also it needs to be like they've actually completely changed something or
Change
innovated
the way
something in
that this
accessibility,
works.
rather than just be like,
Yeah.
we have subtitles, a colorblind mode,
Like-
a hard of hearing mode, all this other shit. It's like, well, invent something new if we're gonna do this
As
award.
As a for instance, last year I believe The Last of Us Part 2 won this, and I remember seeing a lot of those features in God of War Ragnarok. So I don't consider that innovation in that sense of like, okay, instead of you having to tap a button for a quick time event, you just
can
hold it.
Hold it, yeah.
And like while that's nice and I think that's a good thing to have, I don't consider that for this year very innovative as it was introduced last year and was
Yeah.
voted as being not maybe that's not the innovative feature they're
No,
talking about. But you know
100%.
what I
I
mean.
think you're absolutely right.
I played the quarry. The quarry is kind of the same thing. You just have quick time events you can either hold or tap, and like Jeff just said, you mostly hit A and you just choose decisions. Like is really nothing. It's like Until Dawn, that's the same style of gameplay.
Yeah.
So I guess my vote would be maybe Return to Monkey Island, as I don't know anything about it, and I'd rather throw my vote into something I have no idea about than throw my prediction into something I have no idea about rather than throw it into something I have played. The Last of Us Part 1, I have no idea what they innovated on, so that doesn't even come close. My vote will be God of War.
It's
as I
pretty
played
much
The same.
Yeah, it's the same as what they put
Yeah.
in Last of Us Part 2.
Then I wouldn't consider that innovative in the slightest. Which
so
is
your
again,
vote was God of War. Your predictions, Monkey Island.
yes, yep.
Okay, before I get to mine. No, you know what? I'll do it. Okay, so I'll do it after yours, Brody. My prediction would be God of War Ragnarok, and my vote would be Ragnarok only because this is the newest game, and I just purely think that just because of the amount, it'll pull the votes for it, and it'll have it in there. But like the thing is, if Last of Us Part 1 wins, it's bullshit.
Yeah,
I agree.
Agreed.
Because there's nothing innovative. To Evan's point, it's the same shit.
Yeah, no, I don't.
If it was the same
absolutely
shit,
don't
but
think it
there's
should win.
one new thing in it, then we're talking.
I think the biggest thing here is the way they name this category kind of pigeonholes them, where it is
I agree.
innovation in accessibility. It's not overall accessibility. It is
Not
literally
how many features
innovation,
it
and
has, right.
it doesn't like I haven't played
Yo, it's going to cap out
all
at one
of
point.
most of these games except for God of War, so I can't really speak to that. But like Nick said earlier, like I'm not looking for these features because I don't need them. So it's kind of one of those things. It's not something I'm really looking at.
It's there, but I don't need
they're
to see
there,
it.
and I'm glad they're there, so more people can enjoy games. But ultimately, at the end of the day, I'm not looking at them, so it's hard for me to really say. That being said, from my understanding, The Last of Us Part 1 is basically the same as The Last of Us Part 2, as far as their features and stuff. God of War, they more or less have a lot of the same features as The Last of Us.
Yes.
With as Dusk Falls and The Quarry, they're narrative games. Like they're not really anything. Yeah, some quick time events here and there, and selecting some dialogue options. Like that should be pretty easy to make accessible to most people. And I granted, Return to Monkey Island's also just a point and click adventure, right? So I'm gonna lean towards my vote and prediction going to Monkey Island just for the sake of I don't know a whole lot about it, but it seems like I did hear some stuff like right when it came out about there being a lot of accessibility options and things, and I don't really know what to throw my hat in on this, right? Like
I feel like in a
think
couple
it's
years you're gonna get rid of this award.
I
think so.
Quarry,
I don't think they will.
I think the Quarry's innovation was that you can just click a specific setting or like when you click play, there's something where it's like movie mode, so it basically just makes all the decisions for you and plays the game out for you. Maybe that's considered accessibility in some regard. The problem I had with that, because I tried it, they didn't take out the long pauses that you'd have to make decisions. So there's just this long pause like you're waiting for a laugh track in between decisions. So it makes it even more awkward where it's like, the monster's behind you. What do we do? And then your character sits there like this. And then a decision happens and somebody dies and you're just like, well, that's how it goes. Like, it does. So like, maybe that's accessibility or that's an innovation in that regard. But at the same time, I also don't think it doesn't make it a very enjoyable experience either. To me,
I think this whole award is kind of double-edged, right? Like, I think
it is.
It's a great thing to where it does. I can't imagine. Yeah, it highlights these things and puts it in front of more devs as far as like, hey, we should be doing this, we should be doing this. But it also feels like it's pandering.
That's important.
Like being perfectly honest, it feels very much like it is pandering and like it is this thing that's why I say I don't think this award will go anywhere. I think it will stick around because it is this, hey, we care about people with different disabilities. And it's like, no, you fucking don't. You don't care. You care about who sponsored this category. Mm-hmm. Like who gave you money to sponsor this fucking category. That's all you care about. Like I don't like how it's this facade of like, oh, we give a shit. No, you don't. Know what? You don't. Like, quite frankly. And as we all said, we didn't look at these settings because they don't affect us. And sure, that could be on us. But I think to sit here and act like it should be like this giant, massive award seems kind of weird and kind of white knightish, I guess, in a way.
I get what you're saying. It's cool that they're there.
Yes, I agree.
And it's cool that it's being acknowledged.
Double-edged, for sure.
Yeah.
You think...
But it's nothing like
putting-
what we
they're
saw
putting
from
a check mark
Xbox
on
with
a
their
piece of
controller,
paper.
right? Like
Exactly.
their
That's exactly
their
it.
Yeah,
their
you're right, Jeff.
accessibility controller where they have all of these different options for people who, are missing a hand or whatever it may be. That is innovation. Most of these are not. These aren't. There's nothing new in any of these games.
They should do a
the same
peripheral.
shit,
They should do a
Instead of
peripheral
white,
device.
the Texas green.
Well, like
right?
That's
So-
that's the problem though. Is like they should have the award where it should be like the device. Like I forget the name of it, but when Xbox came out with the fucking is it called the adaptive controller, whatever it's called?
Yeah.
So when they came up with that shit, that'd be great. But then you also say, but there's not that many of those, and you go right. So why is there an award?
Yeah, you made one.
I don't get it. It's just checking the box
So,
for some
and then
stuff.
here's the thing too, as well. When they announce this award, I'd love to see, and I don't think they will, but I'd love to see them say, okay, well, God of War Ragnarok has won the award for best accessibility. Here's why. Here's why it's considered innovative. And here's the thing: you can, like Brody said, if you want, just change the title of the award to best accessibility or most accessible game, and relating to
Yeah,
accessibility
that'd be
features. Guess what? The game that has the most amount wins. I think Last of Us Part 2 had 70. I know God of War has somewhere around 50. So, okay, it's 50 features. Are they new features? Are they better features than what Last of Us Part 2 did? Like that's like I think Brody, you're absolutely correct on it's a double-edged sword because it is just a pandering thing of, well, look at what we did.
Right.
And you can see that I think in some games now where the entire first 5 minutes of setting the game up, you go through all those accessibility features.
Yeah.
Which is good. I think that's absolutely important, and they should be right there at the start for anybody who needs to use them. It's not something where you have to go into 4 different menus to find. I think it should be just front and center. But like you said, when you see that accessibility screen pop up with all the things you might want to use, you just skip right past it because you don't need them. So
Right.
yeah, no, absolutely. But sorry,
Is
didn't mean to take
it
up our
my
time.
category now?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
So best community support, recognizing a game for outstanding community support, transparency, and responsiveness, including social media activity and game updates / patches. So we have Apex Legends from Respawn / EA, Destiny 2 from Bungie, Square Enix 14, or sorry, Jesus Christ, Final
Square
Fantasy
Enix
14
14
from Square Enix, Fortnite from Epic Games, and No Man's Sky from Hello Games.
Damn.
Yeah, Nick.
Also, before we go, sponsored by Discord, which is where you can find us. If you click the link below.
Hey, number
Let's go.
3.
Wait,
It'll be in the
he gives
description.
his shit, we're also sponsored by other people.
Ooh.
Can I read my ad?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Go ahead.
Okay.
I gotta.
Tis the season for clean balls. Our friends at Manscaped are helping to clear your driveway to safe travels this holiday season, from stocking stuffers to white elephants. Manscaped's products are at the top of every wish list. Grab some crop mops for your pops, or the body buffer for your holiday lover. Win this year's white elephant gift and help all the men in your life go from eggnog to nice fucking hog this December by going to manscaped.com and using code DIGGITY, DIGGITY, for 20% off. And plus for shipping as well. So,
Was nice fucking hog in the read?
No way. Not a chance.
I was like, damn, that's fucking edgy. I like it.
so yeah, go from eggnog to nice fucking hog.
Hey, Manscaped.
Manscaped.com. We in fact do actually use that product, by the way. So just
Yes, indeed.
like there's no.
I'll say I've heard you boys talk about it quite a bit.
Yeah, I'm not quote unquote I'm not tugging your balls on this one for sure. I'm absolutely using that.
Oh, you know what? You know what?
that's good.
Also, actually, a lot of the boys in the Discord use it too in the community server.
It's pretty good shit.
Yeah.
I mean, like honestly, their products are fantastic. Like the
Like,
various
I like the
soaps
crop.
and the crop preserver.
The crop wipes.
Oh, the crop wipes. Boy, the way you make
I
it
didn't get
sound
the wipes.
sounds
Yeah.
bad.
I got the deodorant and I've
Well,
got the
so,
fucking
like-
refresher.
I got chubby thighs.
Oh,
So that shit, it rubs and I get chafe. So I use the crop preserver and it helps me out. Thank you, Manscaped.
crop preserver comes in a fucking spray though.
Does it? Oh, I have
Yes,
the wipe.
there's a spray.
Oh, I need to get the spray.
The spray is the weird thing because here's what's weird about it is you get out of the shower, you pat the boys down, you fucking spray that on there right when it's dry, and then you kind of have to do this weird crab walk, you know, to let them
Like crab people?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you kind of
Wait
get
for
to
'em to
sit there
dry.
for like a good 20 seconds. Like, what do I do now? I'm not saying it's a bad thing because it freshens up your
Yeah.
nuts, but I mean, it's like this is this feels a little weird. But anyways, yeah, manscaped.com.
Yes.
Use code Diggity DIGGITY for 20% off and free shipping. Get up there.
They're gonna love that ad read.
Always.
So for my votes, I think this is tough too because the game that I would want to vote for here is like the comeback tale of all comeback tales when it comes to something like this, which is No Man's Sky.
That's fair.
But I think I'm gonna have my prediction is going to be I'm gonna give it to Destiny 2 prediction. I think they're gonna take it. But if I had to vote, it would be for No Man's Sky.
You are voting.
Yeah, you do.
If I had a say in the actual vote, it'd be for No Man's Sky.
Yeah,
you
we
do
don't
have a say in
that.
the actual.
We're not
I
that.
feel like they would have won
you were
that
up the
last
10%.
year, though.
Yeah,
No Man's
last
Sky,
year
but
was a big year for them.
They continue to keep pushing,
yeah.
though.
They're fucking
do.
impressive. I mean, they are downright impressive, if nothing else. Like the way they have supported this game for free, mind you.
Yes.
Mostly, right?
Not a single. No, I mean, well,
You
did
buy
they
it.
have
Is there-
a couple
is
paid
there
expansions or no?
no. Every update
No,
has
they've all been
free.
free. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You buy the game outright, and then you get the free updates. Yes.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
insane what they have done.
Even
with
so,
this
I
game.
think the game is like $40.
Yeah.
And it goes on sale
Crazy.
quite often.
I have yet
Um,
to play this game, and I own
It's
it.
fun.
On
We
two
had
different
fun when
items.
it came out.
and we go back every now and then, and we will play it. So as soon as we
It's
do that,
$30
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
Go buy
I'm
this game.
pretty sure I have it on Steam, and I also have it on my PlayStation, and I have yet
whenever-
to try it. And
Let's
I
Whenever
just
play
you
it.
want to try
I
it,
don't know.
let us know, man. I
Okay.
would love to play. It's so
I just
much
dig
fun.
holes.
It's
I just
the
dig
only
holes.
space.
That sounds
It's the only
about right.
space game I can play with my friends because the other one's not out yet. I'm talking to you, Chris Roberts. Finish that stupid fucking game.
Ooh.
Sorry, I had a little.
Star
little-
Citizen, we
little-
looking at you, baby. Let's keep it
Yeah,
rolling.
you'll never be in the Game Awards, mind you. I'll make sure of that. I'll tell Jeff Keighley myself. Don't include them in
Jeff Keighley, please give me Half-Life 3. Tell Gaben to give me Half-Life 3. Or go.
Ignore him. All right. My prediction for this, just because of sheer domination of all that sort of stuff, goes to Fortnite. While it certainly dropped off, I think it's still just such a strong
I
player,
feel like
especially
it
when you
had
can,
a resurgence, if anything, with the no
It
build
had a
mode.
huge
build,
resurgence.
I played it when the no build mode came out. I loved it. I think
Oh, so
Brody
you
didn't
liked
and
it
I
a
play
lot.
Brody and I played it together. We got a couple victory royales. That was that was a lot of fun.
To be fair, I have also played it for years now because I have 2 kids that play it, so
True.
I play it with them all the time. But it was
yeah.
interesting playing it with grown adults.
Well, you guys were playing it in the community server, right?
yeah,
which
we
is
played it.
in our Discord, which is the people that
Christ.
sponsored this category. But so my prediction is Fortnite because I'm such a fan of not only the game itself, the style, and because I got a buddy of mine years ago to buy me No Man's Sky 2 hours before it came out so we could get the pre-order bonuses, and then it came out and it was a pile of trash.
It was
So
really bad.
He was mad at me because he spent $120 and I paid nothing. So technically, I've enjoyed this game for like 80
Can you
hours.
call him out?
Yeah, his name's Will.
No, we can't talk about Will. He sucks.
Well, he paid it for he bought it for me, so there you go. So I'm still winning here to this day. But my vote would go to No Man's Sky because I love not only before the game came out, I love the premise, and then obviously it came out, had problems like it had, and then it's just slowly rebuilt itself. Where now I'll come back and play it every couple months, and I will see a new world, and I'll see just the color of the atmosphere, and I'll be like, that looks beautiful. It's like this beautiful blue and gold, and I want to go and see what's down there. And then I get down there, and for whatever reason, the color changes completely, and it's completely red and barren, and it's like radioactive to all hell, which is exactly what I feel should be in a space game.
I agree.
It shouldn't be everything it looks out to be. But yeah, no, my vote would 100% go to No Man's Sky. My prediction, however, just because of how strong it is Fortnite. Although I could see Final Fantasy 14 taking that win anyway. Just as like a humble, just as a noticeable. I know Ethan talks about it a ton. He still plays it. So
Ethan loves Final Fantasy. Yeah.
that's where I might be wrong in my prediction, but I wouldn't be surprised if Final Fantasy won it.
I think this has gone between Destiny 2 and Final Fantasy 14 for the last like 3 or 4 years. Like it
Okay.
literally goes back and forth depending on if the Destiny expansion was any good. Because Final Fantasy has been killing it with their expansions for years now. But yeah, it's those three basically, like Fortnite, Destiny, and Final Fantasy, are just fucking juggernauts in this
Yeah.
category. Anyway,
They are.
Hefe,
I think.
medicine's kicking in. Look at him.
Yeah, it is. I mean, the prediction I think would be Destiny 2, and just because they've had a phenomenal year.
Yeah,
They continue
They have.
having phenomenal years because this is based. It's based on outstanding community support ongoing as well, and game updates. So they've been killing on that. And then my vote would honestly be for Fortnite just because of the no build mode. I think it's fucking cool that they did that. But I think Evan, like, while maybe it's, I don't know. I think it's internal. I think it's maintained its community for Fortnite, like Fortnite has. But I think, at least in the last couple of months, minus the no build mode, there really hasn't been like glaring characters that they've inserted in the game that have like blown up like they have the year prior.
Yeah,
I think
that's fair.
Like I don't think it's had as much reach, I guess, if you will, but nonetheless, still massive game. So yeah, prediction Destiny 2, vote is Fortnite.
So my prediction is Fortnite, because of no build modes, pretty much. Like I think that solely revitalized the whole
Absolutely.
fucking thing. And on top of that, I mean, they continue to reach into that Marvel pool of characters. Like most recently, they have Spider-Gwen in the game, which is
Yeah.
kind of an obscure character in a weird sort of way, but still, like,
When
I
it's-
fucking love it
like,
because it's
they get
cool,
everybody
but
right. They get
yeah.
The Rock and like they get
Yeah,
real
The
people.
Rock,
Right.
yeah.
And
Ariana
I love-
Grande, like,
I love
name
the
it.
Thanos game mode they had when they introduced him. It was a limited game mode, but I loved it to get the Infinity Gauntlet and stuff.
Yeah.
But that was when they only had build mode. But yeah, I mean, I still have fond memories of it, and I certainly loved playing it with you and the boys when no build mode was released. That was a ton of fun.
Yeah, they've kind of slowed down on some of the big collabs, like Ariana Grande and like trying to think of some of the they've had fucking Weezer in it.
They
like,
had the biggest
name-
band in the world, Weezer, in the game.
Right.
That's
I can't even
wild.
say that.
Just like some crazy shit, but I they've slowed down on some of that, but I still think that game's going strong. I think that game, like, there is no signs of it slowing down at any point. But my personal vote would be for No Man's Sky, just because of the support that they have put into their community is fucking insane. I mean,
They've
it
made it
is
an MMO now.
unparalleled to anything I've ever seen, where they have for years now just keep working on this game and keep pumping out content and keep pumping out new features and things like that,
It took
all
them,
for free, and it is staggering what they have done here.
It took them like I don't remember when it came out, but it took them like 4 or 5 years, and now they have a hub like Destiny where you can go and there's a whole bunch of other players running around, and you can invite them to your party. You can do raids,
Yeah.
like, and that's nothing that people like. Obviously, before the game came out, everybody expected a certain set of features, but now they've gone to a point where people necessarily didn't expect those types of
Yeah.
features to be in the game. That was never a promise. They never said, "Hey, we're going to do a community hub where you can do raids and go on exploration missions together," but yet they've done it, which I would understand. That's why your vote. But then again, Fortnite, I mean, they have a band that covered Africa by Toto. You can't really beat that. So anybody ever listen to that cover? It's awful in the best way possible.
It is.
It's-
God.
We gotta love Weezer. Yeah, no, I agree. I like Brody's choices. Just to keep it as simple. Brody's choices are good.
Thanks, Doug.
Who's got this next one?
Is that me?
That's you, Nick.
Oh, I got I keep getting the shit ones, bro. Oh man, best
What do
mobile
you
fucking game.
mean?
Best mobile game for the best game playable on a mobile device. Apex Legend Mobile.
Yeah, let's go quick on this
Apex
one.
Legends Mobile.
He's
Diablo
had too many.
Immortal. Genshin, shut up. Genshin Impact. Marvel Snap and Tower of Fantasy. My fuck. My prediction is going to be Marvel Snap because I've heard that's an awesome card game. My vote is going to be for Apex Legends Mobile because Diablo Immortal is butthole. Let's keep it rolling.
I mean, yeah, I can't really. I would say my prediction's Genshin Impact because I know a lot of people love that game. I personally haven't played any of these. I think my vote would probably be Marvel Snap. I've followed a couple people on Twitter that really talk about it, really like it. And it also looks like a game I'd really enjoy. I can't imagine. I'm not a Diablo fan, so that's already out for me. Tower of Fantasy,
Shame.
no idea. No idea. Genshin Impact, also not a fan of it. I can't imagine playing Apex Legends on a phone.
I can't believe you didn't go for Tower of Fantasy just because there's booty in the thumbnail.
I thought about it. I thought about doing it for the meme, but I wanted to be legitimate to myself this time.
Fair enough. Fair
It's a
enough.
documentary
yeah,
he's
so-
watched.
No, I've never seen that one. Not yet. I'll look it up tonight.
Yeah, please do.
But I'll let you know
Report
the
back.
reviews. Report back from the front. Yeah, Marvel Snap I've heard is a lot of fun, and I would also probably understand it the most, right? Obviously,
Yeah.
Marvel character, not hard to figure that out. But I think Genshin Impact wins just because I've heard it's so much fun and it's been so popular for so long. Diablo Immortal, clear loser because not everybody has phones, Blizzard.
Ooh.
Damn, brought it back a couple
Deep
years
cut.
ago, but
Damn.
yeah.
Prediction is Genshin Impact and vote is Genshin Impact. Tencent heavily sponsors this fucking show.
Yeah,
It
so
doesn't come
true.
from any place of the game. It comes from the sponsor. I love it.
I am going to predict Marvel Snap because it's new.
Okay.
And it is Tower of Fantasy and Marvel Snap are really the only new. I mean, I guess Immortal is new, but it fucking blows. Marvel Snap is fucking incredible. I have not been hooked into a mobile game like I have Marvel Snap, and
I
God
download it
knows
right
how
now.
long. It is really, really good. It is a card game where everything kind of like slightly changes as you go, and so every game is slightly different, and you
get
can't
a blade
always
card?
rely. What's that?
Can you get a blade card?
Yes.
I might download this game tonight.
I'm
Dude,
downloading it right
fucking
now. Especially
fantastic.
as soon as Brody said he loved it like that. Yeah.
I genuinely adore this game. So my prediction and vote is Marvel Snap, and I have also heard other outlets talk about this game. I don't think anything has. Genshin Impact's cool, but it's the same thing, right? Like it's been
Was
out
it
for a
nominated
while.
last year? Yeah. Then I totally screwed it up.
I think at this point it would come down to Marvel Snap and I don't think Tower of Fantasy has the fan base that Genshin had, right? I think
Yeah.
it's definitely a thing, and I think people do enjoy it, but I don't think it's nearly as big as what you have with Marvel Snap here. Like this is fucking awesome, truly.
Sure.
Oh yeah.
Cool. Man, I'm right here with Nick, man. I'm getting all the shit categories.
This is
I
a
don't
good
know
one.
about these-
Dude, this
I
is
don't
a
care about these.
great category. What the fuck?
This is
I
really
don't
good.
play these games.
You
dog. I'm only
triple
a
A.
I know. Dude. I like how he cut out for me, so it's like I had a bleed.
He called you a
I,
fucker.
I heard that part of it. Sadly, I heard there's a space in between I didn't get, so I wasn't sure
Triple
if
A.
he had
fucker.
mother in there or whatever. But, yeah, best indie for outstanding creative and technical achievement in a game made outside the traditional publisher system. We have Cult of the Lamb from Massive Monster and Devolver Digital. We have Neon White, Angel Matrix, and Annapurna, or as Nick said earlier, Annapurna. We have Sifu from Slow Clap.
God.
Up, Jeff.
Stray from Blue 12 Studio and Annapurna, and Tunic from Tunic Team and Finji. Nick, what is your prediction? What is your vote?
My prediction is gonna be Stray, but my vote is gonna be for Cult of the Lamb. I just felt like that was a far better game than Stray. Cult of the Lamb was truly fucking amazing from start to finish, and I would love to see more content for it. It was such a fucking amazing game. Not say Stray wasn't. I loved Stray. I loved every step of the way through Stray, but Cult of the Lamb was just one of those games like it filled that Enter the Gungeon itch for me.
Yep.
Without being Enter the Gungeon. Like, it wasn't as difficult as Enter the Gungeon was.
I mean, yeah,
Which
man,
was
they have
nice.
two different names.
All right, cockhead. At the end of this,
I don't like
at
how you said that. At all.
Yeah, there's way too much of a space.
at the end of this, we're just two assholes lost in the woods.
Oh,
right.
nice reference. Nice
Thank you.
reference.
Yeah. So my vote would be for Cult of the Lamb. My prediction is going to be for Stray.
Okay. My prediction is going to be for Stray as well. I've played absolutely none of these. I think the only thing I've even seen really has been I've watched Brody play Cult of the Lamb, and I've watched my dad play Stray. And he really likes Stray, which is amazing because that guy hates cats. So it's really impressive to watch him play like a 4-hour game where all you do is strut around as a cat. Honestly, so I mean, maybe
That's a
that
big
has
deal.
some merit. I think my vote though would also go to Cult of the Lamb because of how you guys have kind of talked about it and really enjoyed it. And I feel bad for not really being able to give my own opinion on these because I've played none of them, and maybe I'll be inspired to after I see these at the Game Awards.
Dude, I bought
don't
a
think
Cult
Se-
of the Lamb plushie.
I
Of
don't
Lamb.
think
you
Sifu
buy
should
that?
win.
Of course you did.
I don't
Yeah, I
think
did.
Sifu should win as it's a fighting game, but also
Fuck
not. So I don't think it should be nominated in this category.
Asshole.
Anyway, so yeah, prediction is Stray, vote is Cult of the Lamb. Sorry.
Hell yeah.
Same as Evan. Prediction is Stray. Vote is Call Lamb after Brody played a bunch or played a bit of
Yeah,
it.
you
told me
really
about
were
it.
talking that up, man. Yeah.
I watched a bunch of people online play this thing. It looks absolutely fucking beautiful. So, but I'd have to predict Stray cats.
Stray
Same.
taking it.
I'm
Definitely.
exactly the same. I think Stray's going to take it. The weird cat people are going to win on this one, and I don't think they're going to win anywhere else. And Cult of the Lamb is easily my favorite indie game of the year. Easily.
Fuck yeah.
Fucking great game.
All right,
If you
wow,
haven't
cool.
played
I
it,
like
you need
that.
to go fucking
Like
play
that.
it.
A lot of.
That was
Wait, was
across
that
the
another
board, wasn't it?
unanimous? Yeah, that was another unanimous. That's two.
We
now
did
we've
it
done?
again,
Wow.
boys.
All right, we're
Wow.
finally getting it together. It's been
Wow.
like 3 years, but we're doing
Yeah,
it. We're getting
wow,
closer.
that's twice.
All right.
All right.
Here's a great category, not to be confused with one we did 2 ago. Best ongoing award to a game for outstanding development of
It's all
ongoing
the same.
content
No, it's not.
that evolves the player experience over time. Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, or Genshin Impact.
No Man's Sky is not in this. That has been
Yeah,
replaced
they
by
swapped
out
Genshin
Genshin.
Impact.
I guess Fortnite goes for both for me. It kind of has to.
I feel like this is one of those things where I feel like No Man's Sky should take the place of one of these.
I do
because it's
too.
Still
Probably take
ongoing.
the place of Apex Legends, but you know.
You think
whatever.
so? I was gonna say, yeah, I would agree with Apex being taken out of this list.
Nick,
Um,
what say you? What's your prediction vote?
I said
you
I said
you
Fortnite, for both.
Oh, okay.
Fortnite for
Sorry, I
both.
thought you only gave Fortnite for one.
No.
I think my prediction would be Destiny 2 because of how you guys kind of talked about it with the community support. I feel like maybe this is more something that fits in that vibe of it being an ongoing, constantly giving content, or not constantly, but ongoing content, evolving the experience. But then again, I also, like I was talking about earlier, I really focus on the subtitle for it so that evolves the player experience over time. So I don't think Apex Legends or Fortnite fit into that category because you're not evolving anything when you just give updates of skins or
Fortnite changes the maps and they destroy
But that's
things.
only-
I don't
that's
know.
They
only
also do
every
story and like little campaigns that every update.
Yeah.
That's true.
The weird Ariana Grande one.
Yeah,
I think I would still maybe go for Destiny 2 for my prediction. For my vote, I'd probably say Fortnite. Granted, out of all of these games, the most I've enjoyed probably would be Apex Legends, but I also like Apex Legends for the thing that is not. I like the 3v3 mode, and that's it. I couldn't care less about the Battle Royale stuff. I love just the simple
Yeah.
3v3 fight on the
Yeah.
small arena as it closes. Like, that's what I love, and that's why neither of these two really fit for me. Because I'm also like, I'm a fan of Fortnite, not for the Battle Royale slide
This
of
next
stuff,
category sucks.
I just like the fighting and the combat aspect of it, right? I just like, making people feel bad because I shoot quicker than them.
Keep it rolling.
Because you're young
Sorry.
and your reflexes are still good.
I'm Evan. I'm,
I'm
young.
22,
And
I'm
my
getting old. Let me
reflexes
tell
are
you, in
cool.
terms
Oh,
of-
fuck you.
in terms of reflexes, man, they're going. Let me
God.
tell you, all I do is play racing games. I
It
can't tell
doesn't get
anything.
better. I
Dude,
promise.
I
gets
woke
worse.
up this morning
Why
and
so
I was
sad?
deathly ill, and the night
You woke
before
up
I
this
wasn't deathly
morning.
ill. And my back fucking kills. Don't talk to me.
I woke up and I went, oh.
Jeff is high on
Damn it.
NyQuil right now.
Dude,
Yeah,
I
in
am-
the com-
in the comments, John said that NyQuil hitting Jeff hard.
yo, a bit.
Hard.
A bit.
What you got, Jeff?
My prediction is Fortnite, but my
Okay.
vote would be for Destiny 2. Donald Glover's presenting at the Game Awards.
So my
he is high on.
Yeah.
NyQuil.
yeah, my prediction
Did I
is
say Donald
actually
Glover? I meant fucking.
Heart of a
Donald
champion,
Mustard.
margarine hat,
My
bro.
bad.
Donald
Donald Mustard is Donald Mustard's presenting. Holy fuck, that's hilarious.
I
be
knew
nice
who
if
you
Donald
were
Glover
talking
was
about,
fucking
and I didn't
presenting,
even
but
make the
whatever.
connection that you messed up the last name.
He
Yeah,
said heart
my
of a
bad.
champion margarine hat.
My prediction is going to be Destiny 2 because a lot of people are pretty high on this last expansion and a lot of people are looking forward to the next one. My vote, however, would be for Final Fantasy 14.
All right.
That
cool.
game
Ew, I'm
just is a
Brody,
fucking
Final
juggernaut.
Fantasy.
No, I could see it.
Oh, I sorry, fucking.
All right, Brody, kiss you up,
No,
buddy.
yeah.
All right. Who's doing this next one? Games
That's
for-
Brody.
Oh, it's me.
Brody's
Sorry,
yeah.
I was.
You
Yeah,
get the
we'll
coolest one, bro.
Oh yeah, games for impact.
Whatever that
For
means.
a thought-provoking game with a pro-social meaning or
Did
message.
we skip this one? This one sucks.
No, we can't.
Can we just do it real
we
quick?
we can go through it quick. Memoir Blue, As Dusk Falls, Citizen Sleeper,
Jesus
Endling,
Christ.
Extinction is Forever. Hindsight, I was a teenage exocolonist. What? Jesus.
I'm gonna go for Citizen Sleeper and Citizen Sleeper.
This is when the art
right.
museum starts making games.
It's the hipster category, is what it is.
My prediction and vote is As Dusk Falls because they have a fake Haley Joel Osment who is actually played by our good host here, Nick. Nick is in the game, as we joked
I
about.
don't look like Haley Joel Osment, you bastard.
If you go back and listen to our E3 episodes, all we did whenever we saw this game was make fun of you because we thought you were in the game. So
Which game?
go back. As Dusk Falls, prediction and vote. Thanks for listening to me.
How the fuck
friend.
did you?
Shut up,
literally said it
handlebars.
20 seconds before you.
Jeff, you any excuse to make fun of me, Jeff.
Oh my god.
Oh my
You
God,
fucking god darn Canadian son of a gun.
Nice.
Jeff, what you got, bud?
Put that in there.
Probably As Dusk Falls. This is the one that everyone had a fucking boner for about 8 months ago.
Because
I don't
Nick's
know
in it,
why.
right? Exactly.
All right, I'm sorry about that, but be nice to me, please.
Wow, hold on, calm down.
Wow.
I
Way
just
to
making
make an
fun of him.
impact.
A Genshin Impact?
Not a very pro-social meaning or message there, Nick.
Yeah. Hey. Yeah.
My
Brody?
prediction is As Dusk Falls, but my vote is for Sleeper. Citizen
Ow.
Sleeper.
We
Yeah.
almost had it there.
Hey, my friends. All right.
All right.
What? I did
Who's
not.
got? Is this me?
Nick gets
Yeah.
this
Nick,
one?
that's
Oh my
you.
god, dude, this guy sucks, man. God,
Nice,
you're so
Nick.
stupid.
Go
You're
for
just
it.
as stupid
Nick.
as
All
it
right.
is your hair.
Go fucking quick on this one too.
There-
This one's just whatever.
There's nothing wrong with my hair. Best performance awarded to an individual for voice-over acting, motion, and/or performance capture.
Where's the
We
star
have-
Bayonetta?
Oh, she wants money. I don't know.
Oh no.
So we have Ashley Birch
Where's
for
Bayonetta?
Horizon. Oh man, we have Ashley Birch for Horizon Forbidden West. We have Charlotte McBurney for A Plague Tale Requiem. Christopher motherfucking Judge for God of War Ragnarok. Manon Gage for Immortality. And we have
Manon.
Sonny Soljic for God of War Ragnarok. It's kind of
The toss
clear.
up for you.
it is
You would
because
think
I'm
it'd
going
be
with
clear, but he got snubbed a couple years ago. So
I'm gonna go ahead and say it's
Oh, he did.
my prediction is Christopher Judge. Or no, sorry. My vote is for Christopher Judge. My prediction is for Sonny. I think Sonny will
Okay.
take it for God of War. But I would like to see Christopher Judge take it.
I would.
Don't-
Yeah. My prediction is Christopher Judge, and my vote would be for Christopher Judge. And to everybody else in this category, I'm sure they did a great job. I did not play the other 3 games on this list. I only
Horizon
played
sucks.
God of War. I only played God of War, which again, to be clear, Nick, that has nothing to do with her performance. It just has to do with like the
I
game.
don't know. I
sucking
don't
has
really
nothing
like
to do
her
with
that much in Mythic Quest. I think Nick's on to something.
Is she in Mythic Quest? That's awesome.
Yes,
Yes,
she is. Good shit, Jeff. That was
But
good.
I
Aloy has
wouldn't
a
be
stupid
surprised.
big head.
I wouldn't be surprised if Sonny took it because Sonny has done such a great job in the game. He really does it. But there are, and this is really easy to determine. Not easy to determine, but it's just easy to go off of because there's only so much right that they're doing for these types of roles. But I think Christopher Judge wins it just because of a couple things I saw him doing in God of War Ragnarok that I just
I
really
agree. That's
I really
fucked.
love, and I think that's why he wins. Also, there is that cool thing that happened a couple years ago for 2018 when they were doing the documentary where Freya
Was it
tells him
Raising Kratos?
Yeah.
it was raising Kratos
Yeah.
when she says, "Go get Lamb's Crest," and he walks out and he says, "I'm a fucking god of war." And he's, like, he's pissed that he has to go fetch flowers, and
Yes.
like just for that, he should have won that year. So for this, I think it would only be fair for him to really take it home this year. Plus, he's a cool dude.
Christopher
Not
Judge, I
that
heard, is
obviously
a
relates-
very cool person.
not that it relates to his performance, but I think he
Yeah.
really should win. I think he absolutely deserves it. Everybody in this
Was he in
category.
Stargate or
Yeah,
Battlestar?
Stargate.
Yeah, he was in Stargate. Okay.
He's also
right.
an ex-football player, I think, right?
Yes.
If I remember correctly. Yeah.
He literally took this role not knowing it was a video.
It was a video game.
Yeah, he didn't know. That's
Did
right.
you
and
learn that
now
from,
he
Wizard
like
of the Bruiser too?
adores. Yes.
Yes. Thank
He-
you, Holden and Jake.
Yeah, thanks. And now he like adores it, right? Like he really
He
takes
loves
on the
it.
role. My prediction and vote are both for Judge. He got snubbed in 2018. I don't remember who by, but I do remember him getting snubbed. That being said, I think Sonny does a good job. I find his character to be fucking annoying.
Still?
Yes,
Really?
at
Even
least where I'm at in
after-
the game so far.
How
Like,
far? We can't. We'll talk after.
Yeah, we can't
You'll
talk.
change your mind.
And I'm sure he gets better, right? Like, and I fully
Teenagers.
acknowledge that, but he's no fucking Kratos. Let's be honest here. I also have heard that Man Engaged did an incredible job in Immortality. That is a game that is on my list to play once I get through God of War. But it's kind of more of like a solve a murder type of thing.
Yeah.
But apparently she does an exceptional job, and she's like fresh out of school. Like she is a very new actress and is really
wow.
cutting her teeth on something that probably is not going to get a whole lot of recognition, but it's good to see her in this category. I'm sure Ashley Birch did fine, but fucking Horizon sucks. I'm with Nick on this. And then the Plague Tale Requiem, I just haven't played.
Real quick before we just switch off of that. Now, of course, he walks away. God, dude.
Yeah.
I got to give my
I'm gonna
prediction.
drive-
and my vote.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you
Oh,
didn't
you
go
didn't give
yet. Yeah,
yours?
that's right.
No,
he didn't give
I
his
think
yet.
it's pretty clear cut, like much at the chin of Christopher Judge, that he'll take this in the jawline of
Absolutely.
That dude has a
absolutely.
hell of a jawline.
Yeah, I don't know if it's
Guys-
legit or not.
I don't think so.
Guy's dope. He's cool. But yeah, so
I
is that
think
your
Christopher
prediction and your
Judge,
vote?
Prediction and vote, both.
Um,
Sure.
I was Noah in the Discord has been playing 2018 lately, and he's been really enjoying it. And I went back and I've been playing it. I've had a save for a while, and after playing Ragnarok and then playing 2018 again, I forgot how fucking annoying Atreus was in the first game. To now, whenever I play Ragnarok, I'm like, oh my god, you're like an angel comparatively to because
Yeah,
I think he's
Asshole in the first one.
oh dude, every single time Kratos says something, he's got some snarky comment to make, and it's just the most annoying thing because he's always got to add something. And in Ragnarok, I mean, he still adds stuff, but he's at least constructive and not constantly being snarky about it. He's very much like, "No, you're right, Dad. I think we should do this. I think we should do that." Like he's way more into it than that, which is incredible because I think in the game he's like 13 or 14, and for being that. In Ragnarok, yeah, he's like 13 or 14. So to be that kind of aware of your surroundings and stuff like that, and you know, granted that's all writing purposes, right? At that point, that's just how they did the writing of it. But still, how he delivers his lines is very much like, yeah, I don't find you nearly as annoying.
he was supposed to be 10 in the first one, and he's 14 in this one. And having a 10-year-old, looking
Spot
back
on.
at 2018, I'm like, yep, nope, that fucking makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah,
I
spot
don't know
on.
what it is, but something kicks in around that time, and you're like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I mean, and I think Sonny's great at what at what he's doing, but I think
does a great
think Judge just takes it for some of the stuff he does in Ragnarok.
And-
There's a lot of real good emotion he digs deep in for those performances.
I'm also concerned that, you know, this may be the last time we see Judge as Kratos, too. This may be the last time he's up for this, right? Because this is supposed to be the last of these games, supposedly. as far as for this iteration of it. And I
For
mean,
the
granted,
Norse
that
stuff,
could mean
they
the same thing.
specifically- yeah.
Yeah, that could mean the same thing for Sunny as well. But I feel like we would be, I feel like it would be a disservice to not give Judge, some recognition.
I love hearing you talk about it because you just have no idea what lies ahead, and it's so exciting to hear what you think of it when you play it. But
Yeah.
no,
I know.
you're gonna enjoy
I need
it.
to
and I
fucking
think,
get through it before I get spoiled on it.
I think you'll change your mind on Sunny and like Atreus before you're maybe not, obviously not on the vote, but I think
Yeah.
that I think you'll change your mind on Atreus the character before you finish, or like by the time you finish. Yeah, no, I think I would like to actually play some of these other games because I'm sure these are all great performers, and I feel bad not only knowing two of them. I know that Dad downloaded Immortality on the Xbox, so I'll have a chance to play that. And he actually also has, I think I have a Plague Tale because that's an EA game, so I think I have it through EA Play Pro. So I'll be
Yeah.
able to play at least both of those. And I think the idea of a Plague Tale is pretty fun. I like the sort of setting, but it's not really my game. I really don't want to fight rats as I do that in Tarkov enough. So that's for all you Tarkov nerds out there. Your game's not nominated for any awards this year because it sucks. Anyway, Nick's back.
Is he back?
He's talking because
okay.
he's muted. He's muted
he's
in Discord, so
fucking
none of us can.
idiot.
Yeah, fix that one, dummy.
Hello.
Yeah, there you go. Hello. Ooh. Is this me for best audio?
Yes.
No, is
No?
it?
Yeah,
I
I just did the last one. I thought.
You did best performance, right? Okay, yeah. No, I was counting earlier. Yeah, this is mine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's best
Jeff
audio
is
design.
so checked out.
Yeah,
Recognize
I'm
he's
not.
high.
I'm reading
Um,
through some of this other shit on some of the upcoming different categories.
So best audio design is where we're at next, recognizing the best in-game audio and sound design. What will not win, but is nominated, is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. And everything else
loud.
that has a chance is Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Gran Turismo 7, and Horizon Forbidden West. Nick, what is your pick or what is your prediction and vote? I already know what they are. Go ahead and say them.
My prediction's going to be God of War Ragnarok.
Okay, he fucked me up.
My vote would be for Elden Ring.
Can I ask you, and I'd like to ask everyone this for this category, why is it your prediction and why is it your vote?
So my prediction for God of War Ragnarok is I think because it is God of War Ragnarok and it does have brilliant audio design. It really does. Between like how the Leviathan axe sounds when it hits an enemy.
Remember, spoilers, be cool.
Yeah.
letting you know
The,
just in case.
your other weapons, how they sound as well. Even just like walking through certain realms, like the different textures on the ground in Ragnarok has those beautiful audio design to it. Each realm also in Ragnarok sounds different than the last when you're in that realm. So I think that's why it will win. But with Elden Ring, why I pick it to win is because it's just so immersive. Everywhere you fucking go in that game, to me, is just so dynamic. When there's a moment of suspense, it really fucks you up. And when you know you're fucked in that game, it makes you know you're fucked in Elden Ring. And the weapons sound wonderful as they're slashing. Like Elden, I don't know. That's why I voted the way I voted. I'm not trying to sound like a pretentious douche when
You
I'm
do
saying all
anyway,
this shit.
fine. We love
That's
you
fine.
for
I mean,
That is fine.
Party
that is
another
fine.
yeah, I mean, you
Thursday,
do.
bud.
Yeah, just
Another
another day.
Thursday.
That's the day.
It's been almost a long time since the Waz boys have been on Diggity.
All right, but cool. My prediction is going to be Elden Ring. My vote, and I really feel weird about picking this. I think it's going to be GT7.
Okay.
It's. I mean, God of War Ragnarok is a close second. Honestly, I'd say they're probably tied for me. Elden Ring, I think, is going to win because it's Elden Ring, and everybody has loved it this year. It's had huge hype. To my misunderstanding, I have no idea why, because they're not games for me, but I understand why people love it. Certainly. But GT7 still takes it for me because they're cars, and while you can hear those anywhere, it's so like lovely to
capture
hear.
it though.
It's to capture it and get it right. I mean, I
Right.
just actually bought it last week, and I've been loving it.
You played the shit out of it, right?
I've been enjoying the hell
Yeah.
out of that game. I think it's honestly and we'll have to see when Forza Motorsport comes out next year. But realistically, Horizon is Horizon, and GT7 is to Forza Motorsport. And to me, Forza Motorsport like 6 or 7, whatever the last one they had, does not hold a candle to GT7 in terms of its design. It looks fantastic. It sounds great. Takes me a bit of time to get used to the controls and how the cars handle and stuff like that. Feels very arcadey in a weird way. Um, but I love it. I love hearing like the the turbo kicking on. I was modding out a Mini Cooper from like 1965 yesterday, and
Nice.
it's stupid to hear
Jeff's
like
stoked.
a supercharger and a turbo in this thing. It makes zero sense as to why you would do it. But to be in this little tiny Mini Cooper and hear that whine just really made me feel awesome. Also, I love the fact that they have a lot of these Vision Gran Turismo cars, which are just like literally they ask manufacturers to come up with the dumbest shit that they can think of that
Yeah.
they could see in the next like 20, 30 years. I bought like a Dodge SRT Tomahawk VGT that literally has 7 different panels that move depending on where the airflow is. So it slows the car down and provides more aerodynamic, like, direction. And to hear that stuff in game is pretty freaking sweet.
You
So,
just made Logan hard again.
oh yeah, it
Full
looks great,
torque.
and yeah. I mean, granted, that's obviously not what we're talking about in the
Got
category,
Jeff
so I'll get
again.
back on track.
Full torque,
But-
no horsepower.
Exactly.
I'll
I
guess
think
on
Logan be
brakes,
fucking-
baby.
I think that GT7 could win it just because of that. Call of Duty is not going to win it because Infinity Ward doesn't know how sounds are. Just to put it
Fair.
simply. Sorry.
It's too
That was
loud
so
when
That's
you
angry.
load that
louder
fucking
than the
game
guns.
up.
What are you talking about? Come on, that's fine.
Well, and footsteps from behind you are non-existent.
The AR sounds like the AK. Let's be. We keep going.
Yeah, just
62556. That's practically the same.
Prediction.
You know better.
Prediction
I
is probably God of War, Ragnarok, but my vote would be GT7 because to Evan's point, you have to make it sound like an actual realistic fucking item the entire way through. And then you have to be able to go and modify those items. So like you start off with
And
that
add
fucking
the
Mini
sounds to
Coupe,
it.
and then you get the original sound of a 1965 Mini Coupe, and now I'm gonna add in seemingly a ridiculous amount of shit that I could, and they're all gonna have different sounds, all the different stuff to it, and I have to absolutely mimic real life. Versus God of War, Ragnarok, all these other games, you can kind of Call of Duty, obviously, Modern Warfare, you got to mimic the gun sounds and stuff like that. But I also feel like that's a little bit more simplistic. But
Yeah.
Sure.
the car piece and the customization to the car piece, I think, is something that's fucking hard to do.
Certainly. I agree. Brody.
Jeff, read the chat, please.
I think
Keep going, Brody.
Call of Duty is not gonna win anything because it's the same fucking thing, right? And like you brought up, the AK sounds exactly the same as the fucking AR, like whatever. I don't think Horizon has a chance. I think God of War is probably what is happening.
Reading the
Anyway,
chat, they're asking me to dab.
okay. God of War, I think, is probably a close second for me. But I disagree with Nick on a lot of Elden Ring. I think Elden Ring fits more into the best score in music rather than the actual sound design.
Okay.
Because
I
I
can see
think
that.
most of what you feel there is
with the
is
music.
coming from the music, whereas the sounds sound like swords, right? Like I
Yeah.
think they
okay.
feel somewhat not generic, but I
What about
don't
with your like sorcery though? Because that
I didn't use much sorcery, so that's kind of where I get lost in it. So
okay.
I'm sure there is something there. I was pretty much fucking, as we've talked before, Ooga Booga Brain, and I run in, cut
We
things.
talked
and
about that
leave.
with Holden McNeely. Be sure to check out the Diggity podcast featuring
Yeah.
Holden McNeely on that episode of
That's
Wizard
right.
of the fucking Bruiser of the last podcast network. Keep going.
Yeah.
Sorry, Brody. That was so cool we did that.
I adore Elden Ring, but I don't think this is the category it excels in. That being said, my prediction and my vote are both for Gran Turismo 7. Like you said, you have to mimic a real car sound and make it feel like a car. You don't want to be driving something that doesn't feel like a fucking car, and a big part of that is sound.
Can I backpedal?
You can't change your vote, but you can go talk about more of what you want.
No,
to
I
talk
want
about.
to change my vote to GT.
Nope. We have 5 categories left. You cannot change your vote now.
Fine, keep going. Sorry to fucking
Yeah,
interrupt.
I think GT takes this. I don't think they're going to win anywhere else, but I think they had a whole showcase that was dedicated to them jerking off about their own sounds that they put in the game. Like, they fucking love the sounds they put into it, and I
think most
it
people who
shows.
play them love the
Right.
sounds, right? I mean, you
Yeah.
know, it just keeps going, right? But
And-
yeah, no,
and-
definitely.
And typically, I think last year I voted for Forza, right? Like, because that's a
Oh, yeah.
difficult thing to mimic. And I will almost always vote for a car in this category just because of it's a very different thing than everything else you're doing.
It's harder to get those sounds right specifically for those cars that can be up to 50, 60 years old versus when you have something like Elden Ring, God of War, where you have, not typical things, but you have like swords, stuff that's not necessarily easily accessible, but is more easily accessible than like a 1955 Mercedes SL, whatever the hell, right? Like that's a very rare car to come across to make it, if you actually find a car like that and are able to record those noises, plus if you have to digitally make those sounds and get them as accurate as they are, that's even more impressive. So yeah, I totally understand where you're coming from in that regard. Yeah, who's next? I think that's Jeff.
That's me.
Yeah.
This one's a little interesting too. So, best score music for outstanding music, inclusive of score, original song, and/or licensed soundtrack. You got A Plague Tale: Requiem, Elden Ring, God of War: Ragnarok, Metal Hellsinger, and Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Nicholas.
So my vote would go for Elden Ring. My prediction is going to be for Metal Hellsinger.
Okay.
Really? Wow.
I barely even know anybody that played the fucking game.
Which one? Metal Hellsinger?
Yes.
I saw a lot about it. I played a little bit of it. I had fun with what I played. It was cool seeing Lamb of God and other bands like that in it. I really do think Metal Hellsinger will take it, but you are correct. When it comes to score and music, Elden Ring, with its score and music, really sets the tone for the game. So that would be my prediction, my prediction would be for Metal Hellsinger. My vote would be for Elden Ring. Sorry. All right, keep rolling.
Wow. Five categories left, and you really wow. Oh my goodness.
He said it right the first time. I think he confused himself.
Yes, these 10% IPAs are really starting to kick me in the head.
Holy crap.
But 5.
Evan just holy crap.
I've had 5.
I mean, I gotta get through this real quick. I just gotta process what Nick was doing. Nick, you're
Hard to
dumb.
hold my
Okay,
eyes
now I
open
can
for this
move on.
NyQuil.
Yeah,
don't
now I
be calling me dumb, because then Jeff's gonna hop on that and make fun of me too.
That's fine. I'll appreciate the
hop on,
help.
bro.
Glad you took NyQuil right before the show.
I would have been fucked
only-
either way.
Yeah. Fair enough.
So for my prediction and my vote, I'm actually going for God of War Ragnarok for both. There is something about it that, and while I haven't played any of these other games, I played Elden Ring a tad. There is something about there is something about, and I did do this, and I've tried to do this for every PlayStation game that I've really wanted to just sit and enjoy. Is I try to go out to Grand Rapids by myself and just play it in the dark with with the lights that match the game, and I just try to get into it as much as I can. And there is nothing that equals that. It feels ancient hearing those choruses and everything. Like it feels like it wasn't recorded now. You know what I mean? Like if there was a way to go back and just hold a tape recorder to an
It
actual
was
chorus
recorded
like
in
that.
2018. They just recycled it.
Absolutely, which is ancient.
Brody.
So
That
like
was going to be my whole point about it, is the fact that it's
It's all
pretty much
recycled.
the same theme, just redone slightly.
there's a couple extra pieces of the score and the music in game that really, especially the ending song. Not the ending song like in the credits, but when the game is actually ending, where it really just adds to the emotion of the moment, which made it so much better for me. There is some licensed music at the end in the cutscenes, or not in the cutscenes.
Is
in
it
the
Doja
credits that
Cat?
No, it's
Oh.
I always screw up how to say his name. It's Hosier.
Hosier.
Hosier. Yeah.
Yeah.
He does a song called "Blood on
Yoga
the Snow."
Hosers.
That's really good. That's a good documentary. But yeah, God of War
Pronounced
Ragnarok.
Hoosier.
That's right, baby.
Wait, the artist or the
I'm just fucking with you.
No.
You're messing with me, dude. I
Somebody
don't.
from Indiana.
People from
Oh.
Indiana are known as Hoosiers.
My bad.
Otherwise known as
but
the
yeah,
greatest people on earth.
I don't know about that. Keep it rolling.
Well, people from
Yeah,
Michigan
to-
are known as dumb
to-
fucks. So that's all right.
to one of
But-
those
How are you,
people
a
that-
fucking Canuck?
Okay.
Be nice.
All right. Now let's come on now.
Anyway,
Come on. Everybody.
yeah.
Fix your roads.
There's a moose about the hoose. Chill out.
Fix your fucking roads. Do something right for once.
The theme
one
in God
fucking
of
thing
War
right.
Ragnarok's really good. I
This
really
fucking guy,
like
every fucking crossover. Time out, Evan. Every fucking crossover. This motherfucker wants to talk about our roads.
I
Oh,
do.
I'm sorry.
Who doesn't?
They're bad.
Fix them.
What? Yeah, they
Fix 'em.
suck.
They are bad.
They suck.
They are
bad.
bad.
They're objectively
I'm
bad.
from here, and they are objectively
Like our other
bad,
podcast.
and that's not an opinion. That's a
Objectively bad.
Objectively bad opinions has been asleep
Facts.
for a while. It's coming back soon, I promise.
Nick has a lot to rant about. Something not included in that is the terrible roads that Michigan has.
I'm going to be
Evan.
shitting on people who shop at Walmart. Is my next rant on OBO.
Wow. That's great.
I went into a Walmart for no. keep
Bye,
it rolling.
everyone.
No, we got 4 more.
Go ahead.
Jeff, what you got, bud?
I predict Elden Ring win this, and my
Okay.
vote would be for Elden Ring. There's some stuff that's recycled in God of War Ragnarok, and
Yeah.
I watched a lot of Elden Ring shit, and I think that's the thing.
Fine.
I watched you two fuckers play a ton of Elden Ring too.
Yeah.
It's all Brody and I did for so long.
Yeah. What, 110 hours, 112
I don't even
hours?
want to go into it.
Christ, I don't want to go into it.
Oh, we'll go into it shortly. My prediction and vote are both for Elden Ring. My honorable mention is Xenoblade.
138.
Cut him off, why don't you?
Xenoblade always has a fucking incredible score. I just,
Dumbass.
but I also think that the fact that Elden Ring was so much more popular is going to win it.
Yes.
But God, and I think there is something to be said for Metal Hellsinger too, right? Like you said, they pulled like the guitarist from Lamb of God or whatever it may be, right? They pulled a bunch of musicians from very popular metal bands to
Had the
make
bands
some of
play.
some of them are
Lamb
the
of
actual
God played. Yeah.
and I think there's something to be said for that. I also think it's kind of a weird niche game in a sort of way. And I don't think it is going to quite garnish the attention you would think. Whereas something like I think God of War Ragnarok stands above that, even if a lot of it is recycled, where it is that typical like title scene thing. But there's a lot of other like variations and a lot of other things going on there that I think stand stronger in my opinion. Granted, I have not played Metal Hellsinger. I've seen some like videos and stuff on it, but I have not played it myself, so that's a whole different ball game there. But I think the moments that Nick was referring to earlier, where Elden Ring really carries like the vibe of each area and each like boss fight, that is solely done by music, and I think the music just is so compelling in this game. Whereas Xenoblade Chronicles, it has this very the large orchestra type music where it is this like almost Final Fantasy level type thing, but even maybe a step further than a Final Fantasy. And I think it is incredible what they've done there, but I don't think it's for everyone, and I think Elden Ring is going to stand a little bit stronger here.
Oh yeah.
Sure thing. All right. Best art direction. Who's that?
I think
Brody.
it's me. Yeah.
I just
Best
realized
art
doing the
direction.
math, I get to do Game of the Year. I just realized that.
Oh,
my
shit.
God.
Best art direction for outstanding creative
Jeff.
and or technical achievement in artistic design and animation. We have Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Scorn, and Stray. Jesus, we got there. It's fine.
Oh,
All right,
fuck.
Nick, go ahead. Say Scorn.
Say Elden Ring. We know you are.
Say
My-
Scorn and then Elden Ring.
My vote is going to be for Scorn.
Jesus Christ.
My prediction's going to be Stray.
Okay. The cyberpunky, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
All right, Evan.
Yeah, best art direction. That's tough. I want to say my prediction will be. This is really shitty to choose. Because it's a toss up for me. It's between Elden Ring and God of War. And while I do not care for Elden Ring and did not play enough of it to really even argue the art direction of it, I think I'll have to say that's my prediction. My vote is God of War. Solely because bringing characters like classical Norse mythological figures to life in a video game is not something that's necessarily really been done. If somebody knows better, correct me, please. I obviously we've had something like that in like recent media, right, with like the Thor movies from the Marvel Cinematic Universe and stuff like that. But those are not even close to their accurate portrayals as they were written about and talked about. Which to say, some of these characters aren't either. They're not necessarily like one-to-one representations.
Pretty
But
good though.
to get
Atreus doesn't even exist in Norse mythology.
exactly
No, Atreus is no.
But to get
He's
the
a character in
the
Greek mythology.
Yes.
tattoo design right for a lot of the characters, specifically some of the characters that come to mind for me personally are Odin. Oh my god, Richard Schiff again, great.
You talking about the tattoos?
Just everything about him, like
Odin
we
is
discussed-
fantastic so far. Like
Can we,
I've
we-
can we
thoroughly
address something
enjoyed
with Odin?
what
Everybody
Watch your-
who is playing God of War, pay attention to Odin's arm tattoos per scene.
his arm. Can I just say it? I don't know why you're
Yeah.
trying to hold back.
I
on
mean,
this.
it sounds like they change.
They are
Judging
his
by what you
ravens.
just said.
They're his
They are
ravens.
his ravens.
Oh,
So
But like
when
some
he-
scenes you'll see him with like clean skin. His ravens are out in the field.
ah,
But like if he's
Hugin and
called them
Mugen.
back,
Yeah.
yeah. If he's called them back, they're on his arms.
that's fucking
It's just
cool.
such subtle
But to-
details that you may not catch.
Well, and to get not just to get him right, but then you look at the when you're in the character menu or like you're in the menus for your weapons and just seeing other weapons in game, when you see Mjolnir, the little details that are etched in, you know, through the hammer, and to see the little etches of detail in the Blades of Chaos and the Leviathan axe, and to see just, I mean, I love a lot of the things about the art in God of War, and there's so much of it placed throughout the open world. I'm sure you've seen plenty of it, Brody, where there's just little drawings on the rocks and walls that they tell a story that you aren't even really necessarily looking for. And that's why I think that, I mean, yeah, Nick's holding up Mjolnir right now. Like, that's impressive to me, and I love Norse mythology, so I think that's why I
Don't
guess
worry.
my vote,
I brought Mjolnir here.
because I love that world. I love that, you know, all the stories are related to it, so that's why it gets my vote. But I think Elden Ring's gonna win just because it's new and they had to create stuff for it,
Fucking
which
wreck
I
it,
don't know
bro.
how much I don't know how much I really agree with them having to create stuff necessarily, but yeah.
Go Fat Boy Nick.
Oh, so you can call yourself fat, but when I call you fat, you have to block me.
But I got
being fat.
Mjolnir in my hands, bro.
Whatever, bro.
Legitimately.
You got-
Go on, Jeff.
My prediction and vote would be God of War. Sorry. My prediction would be God of War. My vote actually is Horizon Forbidden West.
Really?
Really?
That's
The game's
the first time
fucking
anybody's
beautiful. The game looks absolutely beautiful. I think some of the lighting is better in God of War. I think the different biomes that they go into for Horizon Forbidden West is also ahead. I just don't think it won from a popularity piece. I think they're
Sure.
fantastic. I just want to
No,
make
you're
that clear.
absolutely
They're
right.
both fantastic. I just think that it's more visually appealing with Horizon Forbidden West and the things that they do in that game.
Fair enough. My vote and prediction are both for Scorn. I think the only thing this game has going for it is its art design, and that is literally what this game is. It is this fucking jarring horror, like fucking
HR Giger.
Disgusting.
yeah, like exactly. Like this is the only thing it fucking went for. Like the gameplay of it, not great. The whole fucking thing this game is designed for is an art piece, and to me, I think it excelled in it. From what I watched Nick play of it, it's fucking disgusting and gross and moist.
Smells like vinegar.
It smells like vinegar, and I feel wet watching it. I don't like it.
Hold on. that a good thing or a
What?
bad thing?
Nope, a bad thing. Very bad thing.
You're putting your
He didn't
hands-
get bricked
Not a
up.
good
He
wet.
didn't get bricked up.
You didn't get
Yeah,
that?
no, yeah, not a good
I don't
wet.
think anybody got. If you got bricked up during fucking Scorn, you and I are
Nick's
not.
like
friends.
Nick's like throwing shade at people, but he's talking about himself. Let's just be
Right.
clear.
I didn't
here.
get bricked up during Scorn.
Sure, you didn't. I saw you
One of
stand
the
up.
best quotes ever on this podcast. I didn't get bricked up on Scorn.
No, I think this is what it was going for. This is what it excelled at. This is what it
Yeah.
did. And I think this is what people remember about the game. Everything else is whatever. So yeah, my vote's for Scorn, and my prediction is also for Scorn.
Oh yeah.
Sure thing.
So,
All right.
All right. This will be me.
Top three.
So this is for we are in the top 3 fucking home stretch, baby. So best narrative for outstanding storytelling and narrative development in a game. So we have A Plague Tale Requiem, we have Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, and Immortality.
Immortality getting some more love. I kind
Absolutely.
of love to see it. Honestly, I wish I would have played it before this.
I think
But
Plague Tale is going to get absolutely just wrecked in every.
Just
kinda
It's getting
crazy
wrecked
that
because
they're
it
in 'em.
sucked.
It's
Yeah,
kind of
sucked.
crazy that they're
Shafted
in
for
so many of them. To be honest with you, that and Stray.
good for them, right? Like,
No, yeah,
it's
good.
Stray
cool
I
to
could
see.
I
see.
just don't see them.
I don't see them taking
Winner.
any. They have tough competition.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah, they do.
Absolutely.
half of the things that they have been in have been with Elden Ring and God of War.
War.
Like,
Yeah,
Jesus
no, good
fucking
luck.
Christ. How
Sucks.
do you compete with that?
So
What do you do?
my prediction and my vote is with God of War. I love Elden Ring. I fucking love Elden Ring, and I can't stress that enough. But Elden Ring is almost it's very D&D where you create. Yes, there are things where you follow a story, but God of War, it develops and it does these amazing things with you. Elden Ring, if you miss something in Elden Ring, that's it. You don't get that story. In God of War, you get to experience the entire story the way you should experience it, even after completion of game. So I have to give my vote and my prediction to God of War, even though I love Elden Ring so fucking much, and it is my contender for Game of the Year. Best narrative goes to God of War, hands down.
Yeah, my prediction and my vote are for God of War Ragnarok. There is no, as Nick said, right? You create your own story in a way of Elden Ring, which I think is very noble, and I think that's great for people who enjoy that kind of story, like specifically people who love D&D or like Fallout New Vegas, creating your own sort of
Yes.
story and character. But I think that while those are great games and great stories that you can create, I think it's also something to be said about people who can sit in a room with 5 other people and say, well, let's make a story and let's discuss it and let's talk it out, let's walk it out, let's act it out, let's discuss these things with each other, see how they feel to us. And again, we're talking about people that maybe 5-10 people in a room, maybe a little bit more, that are crafting a story from beginning to end and creating it so that way there's a whole mass of people that love it, which I think is incredibly difficult to do. It's like making a brand new movie with a brand new story that nobody's ever heard of, like Baby Driver, for instance. People loved that movie, and that's hard to do when you have one guy writing the story, and yet hundreds of thousands, potentially millions of people go to see it in a theater, and they love it, and they go to see it on repeat viewings. Same thing with God of War Ragnarok. For God of War Ragnarok to sell 5.1 million copies in its first week and get the reviews it got for a story that is created by 10 people in a writer's room, I think deserves a special kind of praise. Which is, again, no fault to Elden Ring. I don't think Elden Ring is any less good because of that. But I think in terms of a narrative standpoint, it has a story that sucks you in, makes you love it, and it's a story that's as old as time. It's a father and son.
Yeah.
You know, but to make it fresh and feel kind of new again, and also kind of tug at your heartstrings in different ways that make you sad and make you happy and make you really feel things, I think that it deserves a special place in winning Best Narrative.
So sorry, I was texting my wife back. God of War for both.
For both of us, yes.
Okay.
For Nick and myself, we both voted and predicted for God of War
Put me
Ragnarok.
down too. Brody. That's
I
my
think we're
prediction
going to
and
be
my
across
vote.
the board on this one, bud.
We unanimous on that one? Yeah.
Yeah, we are. That is another
Nice.
unanimous vote. I am saying God of War as well. I'm sure the other ones have great things. I wish I played Immortality, but I have not, so I can't really speak to it. Elden Ring has a lot of cool things going on, but it's more of a lore, like background lore, like kind of how Destiny
Yeah.
is, where it's like it's not
Yeah.
really a narrative at that point. Like you're reading it, you're
You're
finding things,
discovering
you're
some shit out,
exploring.
but you're
Like
not being guided.
I don't think the narrative in Elden Ring is great personally. Like I think the overall world building is fantastic, but I don't think that is
In terms of a story narrative,
yes,
it's not a very
right.
strong thing.
I think
Sure.
God of War checks all of those boxes. They do it exceptionally well. And even though I'm only, you know, a third of the way through it, maybe
We talked
half.
earlier. You're further than a third, I would
Am
say.
I?
I'm trying to
Okay.
remember what you. I'm trying to remember what you were talking about
Judging by
specifically
where I
earlier.
am in like skill trees, like I'm pretty fucking far based on that alone, but that doesn't mean anything, so who knows, but
How many levels, if you can remember, how many levels do you have left for the Leviathan Axe? Are you
I
at
think I'm
5
level
or
4
so you
out
got
of
5, 6,
5.
7?
5 or
Okay.
6. I would
I'm trying to
I
remember.
can't remember.
For
But
reference, I didn't get to 7 until the end of the game. Or
okay.
near the end of the game. But
I
that could
think I'm
also be
4
my
or
own,
5, yeah.
that could also be
Yeah.
my own laziness, right? Not exploring enough, so that could totally
But
be me.
I've been exploring everything. I've so far, like even though it really hasn't picked up per se, and it's starting to get there, I can tell like that turns right there. Like the narrative is just so fucking good. They do such a great job on this, and the idea of it being that, like you said, the tale is old as time, where it is this father and son.
Sure.
Like you can't really go wrong with that, especially in this exact situation. They just fucking kill it.
Well, and you have to know the way right to make that, like, and that's, I think, a thing that serves it so strongly as well, is you have a story that is, everybody knows there's ways this ends, right? They know this way, they know that way, no, they they know these things and they're expecting them. So to kind of give it in a way that maybe isn't the most, like, that isn't so, I would say, maybe unexpected, but also to give it in a way that is still somewhat feeling fresh, and you get, it's a tale as old as time, but you love these characters because you know some variation of them from other stories. The gruff dad that doesn't really open his heart to anything. The kid who's open to everything and compassionate and wants to learn about the world and wants to understand what he's doing in his life. And then you have all these other characters that are just, pieces of it. But then I also thought that served well with the narrative, as well as that these are characters, there are new characters and old characters, but yet we get a healthy dose of understanding both of them and learning more about them. Like I think you and I specifically talked about getting a chance to spend more time with Freya and learning a bit more about her. And that was, that really serves the narrative. So yeah, but I know I'm up next on this list, right? For best game direction.
Indeed.
Yeah. Yep. Give her.
Let's go.
Best game direction awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. We have Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Immortality, and Stray. Nicholas, what is your prediction?
This is tough.
What is your vote?
This one's tough. I think this is harder than game of the year for me.
It is harder than game of the year.
Pretty rough to do.
My vote would be for Elden Ring.
Cringe.
My prediction. They have God of War and Elden Ring in every fucking category up here.
Say it twice. Say it twice. Why are you hands up? Say it twice.
Nate Robinson.
Say it twice.
My prediction is going to go for Ragnarok. I think Ragnarok's going to take it, but I would personally vote for Elden Ring.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm tough on this one too because I kind of want to go that way. I'm thinking now about the points for the contest. So like my prediction wants to be Elden Ring just to get those sweet gamer points. But I'm gonna
that's
defer.
That's why we do both. Like you can
Yes.
vote and you can predict. Like
Yeah,
that's the whole point.
So again, and we've talked about this, I look very specifically at the subtitle, which I see as innovation, which I don't think fits in for either of those games. I don't think
I would
Elden Ring
disagree. I would strongly disagree even.
For which game?
And I-
just curious.
Elden Ring.
You think that doesn't fit into something like to me, when I hear innovation in game design, I see that and I think of Dark Souls or Sekiro.
You're
So
right.
I don't
Except for now
feel-
it's open world, which changes the formula drastically.
It changes the dynamic of the entirety
It changes
of the game.
how that game works entirely.
Yes.
Sure. I guess I also just don't see maybe open world as being an innovation in and of
Go
itself.
back and play Dark Souls 1.
I don't like
and
those games.
I know, I'm just saying, but like if you go back and play Dark Souls 1 versus
And then
what
play
Elden Ring is,
Sure.
entirely different experience.
If you're stuck on a boss in Dark Souls 1 or
You
Demon
just have
Souls
to
or what, you
fucking
have to
figure it out.
grind that
Sure.
boss
Okay.
until you figure it out.
No, so yeah.
With
okay,
Elden
all
Ring, you
all
can go,
That makes sense.
fuck this, I'm leaving for the time
Right.
being.
And
I'm
that's
going to
a
level
different-
up. I'm going to grind my character
It's
out.
not you, it's
Yeah.
me. I'm
It's
leaving
me.
Yeah,
shit.
that's a very
I'll be
different
back.
dynamic. Okay.
Definitely
all right.
me. I'm
Sure, no,
weak.
okay.
I need to go get skills.
I can see that.
We're good.
Then I would say, yeah, my prediction would be Elden Ring. As
I shouldn't
as,
have changed it. I just gave him a fucking point, is what I did.
there you go.
Oh, shit.
And then my vote, I want to give it to Ragnarok, but I also don't see it being very innovative in terms of game direction. I mean, it's pretty.
It's the same as 2018.
It's the
I'm
same as
sorry,
2018.
like
It is the same
it
as
is
2018.
it is like a direct
It is.
continuation of 2018.
It is.
And that's
and while
fine.
that's not a bad
That's
thing,
great.
yeah, right,
It's a good
but
thing,
it's not.
but
Again, you like to use this term a lot in these subtitles of innovation, but yet a lot of these subtitles that have innovation in them, the nominees are not innovative necessarily. Like
It was-
okay, I'll agree with you guys. Elden Ring is innovative in that sense, but is Horizon Forbidden West innovative?
Absolutely
it's the same
not.
as the first game.
no. It's the same
Immortality is
fucking
like
thing.
a visual novel kind of thing or something like that, or not
yeah,
visual
more
novel,
or
but
less.
like
I mean, kind
and
of.
then-
Yeah.
so I'm not gonna lie, and I made this vote before we did this, and I was waiting. My best game direction vote went to Stray, because you play as a cat, and that's not something you've done in any other game. Don't spoil me now.
Nintendo
So
cats.
that's your vote.
Yeah, it's Stray's my vote, but now Jeff ruined it.
Nintendo
He
cat
told me
with
about
Nintendo
he
dogs
told me
plus
about
cats.
Nintendo cats, and no, not the dogs plus cats. But yeah, so yeah, prediction: Elden Ring, vote Stray.
Okay.
Prediction for this is God of War. Vote is God of War.
Oh,
What is
alright,
what is
cool.
innovative about it to you?
I just think the fucking show is gonna give it to them. Oh, but for my vote?
Yeah. Why are you voting it for best game direction, where the subtitle for that is awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovative in game direction and design?
So
I'm just curious.
on the prediction piece, I think it's just gonna go to them because it's God of
Yes.
fucking War.
It's God of War.
On the
Yes.
vote piece, I think it continues to carry over unbelievable fucking graphics, unbelievable sound, and hits every fucking note, which I mean goes into the game of the year piece as well later on. But I think it hits every
Right.
fucking little sector up until this point or award that would thus make it innovative in some capacity. I mean, it's not a dedicated. I don't know. It's
But
like,
doesn't
none
up
of
the
these- I don't
ante
think any
for
of
the
I was
these
just
series.
curious.
fucking
Like
innovate.
I'm just asking for the
Just
for the
curiosity's
conversation
sakes.
side of it,
Yeah.
right? Like it's not
Certainly.
I'm not
So it
I'm not
doesn't up the
arguing one
ante,
way or
though.
the other, right?
With God
Sure,
of
sure.
War.
I know it
It ups
doesn't,
the-
so it doesn't up the ante by like a large fucking margin on
Yeah.
graphics, but it does a bit on the sound. I'd say it's the fucking same, hence why I gave it the G7. But also on the story piece is nice on the factor that it fucking actually continues it. Like when I watch
story
a
is
bunch of
insane,
shit on
yeah.
it, is basically you're just continuing the fucking shit. You're just going.
Mhm.
There's none
Yes.
of
I'll
this
add
shit.
something-
You do not
Which-
feel
which
like you
was
fucking
beautiful.
lost it. But I don't know. I mean, out of any of these, like I don't see any innovation out of it.
So here's
Horizon
my
Forbidden West
question.
is a sequel, which I understand.
Right.
God of War is a sequel as well. Immortality. I mean, I'll play the card. I just don't know that much about it too. Stray. I don't care if you get to play a fucking cat. You're just playing an object at that point. You're a character within the game. And then Elden Ring. I mean, I guess I could see what you're saying, Brody, where it's innovative from the fact that it's taking a kind of game
It's an
style
open world
and
perspective.
it's open world now.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just don't see. I don't know. I don't get the innovation piece.
I don't. To be fair, I also don't necessarily agree that it's super innovative. But I also think out of this list,
It's the most
I think
different
yes,
for its
like
genre. I'll give you
Horizon
that.
is the fucking same thing. Immortality is something we've seen before, just done way better. Stray, you're just a fucking cat, and God of War is
That's why it
essentially
wins.
2018 again, right? Like,
That's why it wins.
That's
but
why it wins because you're a cat.
yeah, right, cat.
Cat
So
game.
my prediction and my vote, I'm kind of torn on this because I think whoever wins Game of the Year is going to get
this
Game
one
of the
in-
Year and not Best Narrative or Game Direction, and I think it's
They're
going
gonna
to be
get the
vice
opposite.
versa.
It switched. Yeah.
Right. So in that way, I'm kind of torn on who to really give it to as far as my prediction goes. In my mind, my vote is with Elden Ring, 100%. I think that out of this list, that is the only one that has actually done anything super unique. And even by that standard, it's not really all that unique. It is taking a
Right.
formula that already exists and applying it to a open world. And that in
And they've
turn,
not been confined until now.
right. And that
Right.
changes the dynamic of what that game is in a way that made it something where I could get into, whereas I didn't get into Dark Souls games before this.
Yeah.
Granted,
Right.
now I'm able to go back and play some of the other games, and it almost makes me appreciate Elden Ring even more.
Sure. Okay.
But I think in this realm, like the way this show will go, we voted a lot of God of War. We voted, a good chunk of Elden Ring, and I think at a
I
certain
would
point
say
they're
it's
going to
been
have
kind
to,
of 50-50.
right. Yeah, it,
Like-
it just kind of depends on the category, and I think that's going to be how this show goes quite a bit. That being said, my vote is Elden Ring, like I said. My prediction is actually going to be God of War, and that foreshadows what my Game of the Year decision is, personally.
Awesome.
To go along with that, though, we were because just to not to keep us on this topic for too long. Obviously, I know we're trying to get through this, but I also thought about this with game direction side as well. I think that God of War really had a strong showing this year with its upgrades to the combat side of things, the gameplay side of things.
Yeah.
Where you didn't have that in 2018, and I think that gives a strong showing for the game direction. Maybe not direction, but design. Which another thing, honestly, I think they should maybe even be two different categories next year.
Yeah, I agree.
Those are two pretty big things. I
Yeah.
think maybe not a terrible idea to consider splitting them up. Because when I think of the design portion, you were pretty, and I played 2018. I played it the other day. It's clunkier than God of War Ragnarok is, and you are limited in some degree to your gameplay and combat styles.
Yeah.
In some ways that Ragnarok does not limit you to, and I think that it's really like you were just saying, you go back and you play Dark Souls games and you have this bigger appreciation for Elden Ring. I've played Ragnarok and I come back and play 2018 and I have this bigger appreciation for Ragnarok because I'm like, oh, yeah, I can do like with the Blades of Chaos, I can zip up onto something, right, where I had to climb with Atreus on my back for 10 minutes trying to get up a wall. Those types of things. So yeah, I just as a little
That's
side
fair.
note, I think that also gives it another point on the board for me, but yeah. All right.
I think, I could see that, and I also have a hard time with Ragnarok remembering some of the button combinations to do some of the things.
I do too.
Because
I have
they
from
don't
time to time, but
explain
not
it
as bad.
well. They don't explain it well. There's no good menu to find all of that shit either. And on top of that, I'm used to 2018 where it was that much more simple combat where it is like, yeah, you're pretty much just swinging, blocking, and dodging. Like there wasn't a whole lot going on there. So I don't know.
Which I can appreciate with Ragnarok, though. It
Absolutely.
added complexity to the mix.
I do wish
yeah.
that they gave you some sort of a menu or something to remind
button
you
press
of that
menu.
because if I go
Look at your
3
skill
days in
tree.
between playing them or between playing that game, like I'm fucking gone. Like
Well, it's in your skill tree, though.
But
So if you
there
go
are
to-
some things they don't.
Yeah.
There are some things they don't add though, like when you have
Yes.
the arrows, and
Yeah,
how to
that's
work
true.
with those.
or even the fucking oh shit, what is it? The artifacts.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
true.
There's
something-
nowhere that tells you how to use that. I had to Google
Wait.
it.
Wait, artifacts is the
Or not artifacts, the
L1 circle, right?
yes.
Or is that a different thing?
Yes.
Is that artifacts?
L1 circle. Yep.
Okay.
But
so
yeah, there's
so
nowhere that tells you how to use that except for the original pop-up menu, and it's like it's been 2 weeks since I fucking
since I've
really
even gone
looked at
there.
that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Definitely.
you know, I finally got
Sure.
into a
Already
hard
gone,
fight.
baby.
And I'm like, oh shit, I need
there
that.
were some moments where I had a bit of a struggle, trying to remember how to do certain things, but it mostly came to me during puzzles of trying to get like the torches lit for the Nornir chests, where I was like,
Yep.
oh, how do I
Yeah.
use the arrows to unlock? That was more. I never really had a problem in terms of combat because honestly, I never used the artifacts. I pretty much solely used my weapons and just
Yeah.
combos and all that stuff. But even then, I still had such a great time. Just Kratos is so toned down. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's like he's at 25%.
Neutered.
Yeah, he's like at
Yeah.
25% the entire time, but he's still like kicking ass like it's nobody's business, which just
Right.
makes me so like it's cool. But yeah, anyway, all right. So Jeff, you get to deliver
Here we go.
the game of the year.
Deliver
us
the
the
Game
game.
of the
buddy.
year, recognizing a game that delivers the absolute best experience across all creative and technical fields. The nominees are A Plague Tale Requiem, Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Stray, and Xenoblade Chronicles 3. There's 6 of them instead of 5
Yep.
as any other category.
All right, Nick,
My vote is for Elden Ring,
cringe.
and my prediction is for God of War.
Okay. Evan.
Yeah. My prediction is Elden Ring. My vote is God of War.
Well,
Oh shit.
WASD is split.
what's nice about this is we've talked about this game so much that Game of the Year actually ends up being one of the quickest fucking
Yeah, we
conversation.
beat this fucking horse to death at this point.
We have.
My prediction is Elden Ring, and my vote is for God of War.
Oh my God, this is splitting up.
Brody, what you got?
So I'm gonna be the contrarian here. My prediction is Elden Ring, and my vote is Elden Ring.
Okay.
Okay.
I think it fucking takes it. I truly do. I love God of War for what it is, but I just fucking Elden Ring, man. Like
Yep.
Jesus
It's
Christ,
its own thing.
and it's multi-platform.
It is its own
Like
thing.
I think that helps a lot
Yes,
too.
it does help it.
So, well, in a way it does, in a way it doesn't. I looked this up when I was talking to my dad about it a while ago because we were talking about how they determine these things. They specifically choose the juries that they choose because of that reason, because not everybody has access to a PS4 or a PS5. So 10% of the voting block is players, 90% are journalists or like media publication companies.
They're
that
gonna
way-
have access to all of them anyway.
Yeah, exactly, right? So, and honestly, you might have some of those publications that play Elden
We're
Ring
fucked.
on,
They're all gonna
on
vote for
PS5s.
Stray.
Like you might have
I
publications.
wouldn't
that-
even be fucking surprised.
Or
I
Plague
wouldn't
Tale
either.
Requiem,
Yeah.
Game of the Year.
Oh my God, a
we
Plague
might-
Tale.
I-
I thought that was
I
a
wouldn't be.
Microsoft exclusive.
No. No, I don't think so. Wait, no, it's on Game
yes.
Pass. It might be. Yeah.
It's Game Pass.
But so yeah, we looked at that a while ago because so the player's voice category right now at the top of the website is currently going on right now. You can vote right now, round 2, December 1st. You can vote. You have 5 votes to use, which is your favorite game of the year. Voice is a 100% fan voted award across 3 rounds.
I don't understand why you get 5 votes. That's retarded. I mean, that's like why would we not?
I don't know. I for whatever reason I clicked God of War Ragnarok and it didn't vote, and then I clicked Sonic Frontiers and then that counted a vote. So like,
Plague Tale is not exclusive
On there?
to Xbox. It's PlayStation
Oh, it's
5,
not.
Series
Okay.
X, Series S, Nintendo Switch, Microsoft Windows, and xCloud.
It's on the Switch.
Evan put a vote in
Cloud
for
version.
Sonic. That's terrible.
no, I didn't. I took that vote out. I was able to do that.
Okay.
But so yeah,
God.
so while the multi-platform I think helps us to the jury, it doesn't matter at all because they can play these games regardless.
Right.
And some of them might even be playing Elden Ring on the same platform. They might even be
Right.
playing it on a PS5 as well. Who knows? What I think and what made me choose mine was when I saw recognizing a game that delivers the absolute best experience across all creative and technical fields. What won that for me was on the creative side of narrative, gameplay, easy to access. Elden Ring, while it's a fun game and I appreciate the people who play it and the design and the love for it, It's a difficult game for me to get behind because I don't understand it and I'm not good at it. If you want to call me stupid in the comments, go
It
ahead.
alienates
join,
people on purpose.
You can join our Discord and argue with me about it there.
Hey.
5 for 5, baby.
That's 5. Yeah, there you go.
It's crazy.
I think that God of War has a bit of an easier time for people to understand, not only in terms of a gameplay aspect, but also a story aspect. While you may not have played 2018, in some way you know these characters. You might not know Atreus, but you know Kratos. He's been around for 10, 15 years. So you know something about them. Elden Ring is a bit harder in that sense of trying to relate. Not relate, but you know what's going on to a degree. Or you don't know what's going on rather. And I think that the gameplay is a bit, like I said, easier to comprehend, easier to understand. While Brody is right that some of it can be confusing, especially towards the middle to later stages of the game. Kind of gets certainly, especially when they don't have things to roll back to and look at.
Yeah.
That's kind of a mark against it. But also it's an easier game to swallow in general because there's no role playing aspect. Or I mean, if anything, there is, but it's very light. You know, it's you can choose a build that you want to run with, but it's not like to a point that Elden Ring is. So that's why it got for me.
I agree with that. I will also say, as much as I enjoy God of War, I do not have the same feeling I had with 2018, where I have to get back home and I have to play this fucking game and I have to see where the story is going. And I am probably somewhere between a third and a halfway through, like you guys were saying.
And you're still not feeling that way.
I'm still not to that point yet. I've hit a pretty major point where I'm like, holy shit. But I've also been playing a lot of Call of Duty. Like, as goofy as that sounds, right? Like,
no, it doesn't sound. I get what you're saying.
I get what you're saying.
There's nothing that when I sit down at the end of the evening and I'm like, I'm gonna play a game, that I'm like, I have to play God of War. I have to see where this story is going. I have to see what is going to happen next. I have to see all of these different things. I'm not hitting that point in this game like I did in the first one, or many other games, like even Elden Ring, where I was so fucking enraptured in what was going, not necessarily even what was going on, like I have to get past this next point, I have to do this next thing, I have to find this next weapon, I have to fight this next boss, whatever it may be. There was something different with Elden Ring that drug me into it,
right,
and fucking got its goddamn grimy claws and drug me into playing this game constantly over and over and over. What's up?
It was Nick's grimy Romanian claws.
It was.
Just want to let you know, because you played it most of the time with him. Just curious.
With Elden Ring, Brody and I would literally be like, okay, I'm right here, you're right here. This is where this was. This is where this is. Can you get there? If you can't get there, I can show you how to get there. And then we create our own path.
I envied that to a degree, because like there were so many times where I desperately wanted to join that, and then I would load the game and be like, "This game's fucking stupid. I'm gonna go back and play Among Us."
It is. Like, it was a water cooler moment type game, right? Like
it's
that
a
game
water cooler. Yeah, absolutely.
And I think there's something to be said for that. I think that's why Skyrim was so popular. Why Elden Ring has gained the popularity.
You could go and talk to everybody.
Yes. Because, I mean, fuck, at this point, Elden Ring just announced they hit like 17.5 million copies sold, which for a relatively niche genre, like, that's fucking
good.
insane.
That's huge.
Especially in the Soulsborne game genre.
Yeah. And I mean, that's insane for any game regardless, but especially for something like a Soulsborne type game.
A game that purposefully excludes people.
Absolutely. Like, right out the get-go, they basically tell you you're fucking stupid, like, half the time, right? Like, dude, the first boss you fight, you get your fucking ass beat, and that is a feature of the game. That is
you step out into the open world, and there's an asshole on a chariot that you cannot beat, that the game makes you think in your head, I can do that.
I think... I adore Ragnarok. I love what they're doing. I love the story. I can't wait to finish it. Not in a way of like, oh, I want to be done, but more of like, I want to see the end of the story. I want to see what happens. I want to see that, but I also just don't have that drive to every night sit down, knock out 2-3 hours of it, and then move on to the next day and do it again. Whereas I've felt that in other games, and I think that's just kind of where it falls off for me, which is weird.
Which is where you and
guess.
I differ, because like I am also wanting Elden Ring to take this, but with God of War Ragnarok so far, I've beaten it now, but I had that feeling of I want to beat this game. I need to see where this goes. I need to see where these characters end up because of how compelling the story gets. In Ragnarok, there is a couple times where I'm like, holy fuck, I don't need this right now. You've put the story to a lull, and you've now drugged me down, and I feel slowed down because of these certain aspects of the game. But I'm like,
Nick hates
What?
whenever he has to play as Atreus.
No, I
I
don't
what he
hate
don't
says.
disagree with that.
I don't hate
I
whenever
think
I have
the
to play as
gameplay-
Atreus.
I think the gameplay is actually better with Atreus as far as like you're quick, you're
Really?
agile, you just
Yeah.
You're very
but
fast.
I don't find it as fun.
It's not as
Like,
compelling. I like playing
I
Old Man
agree.
Kratos.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's not
I-
old. He's like 180. Calm down.
Bro, that you could feel that his muscles are fucking cramping.
Yeah. I just
That's actually not how that's not how it works in that world, though.
That's
We can touch on
very
that
true.
after.
I
but-
think there could also be something to be said, and I should probably address this as well. Call of Duty is the first game that I have played mouse and keyboard as a shooter, pretty much, like into to this capacity.
Love
So
it.
yeah, I'm addicted to that gameplay loop, which is a thing that is hurting me as far as finishing Ragnarok. But yeah,
Do you think?
I don't know. It's such a bizarre thing, and it also could depend on like my mood, right? Like sometimes I'm just not in the mood to sit down and play a story-based game, and I just want to fuck around and shoot somebody. And
I'm not in the mood to cry all the time either, which is what God of War did for me.
So here, I have a question for you then, Brody. Switch them around. God of
Yes.
War came out in like April, and
Yeah.
Elden Ring came out now with Call of Duty. Would you feel the same?
I don't know. That's hard to say, right? Like
That's a hard. I was just
It
thinking because
is.
you said that, and I was like, okay, well, if COD didn't come out,
yeah.
would you maybe feel?
It
Yeah,
could
like
be.
you had to.
You look at when Elden Ring came out. There was not much else.
There
coming
wasn't
out of
anything going out. Yeah.
Elden
So
Ring
it-
dominated the market when it came out.
It entirely
Especially at the time it came
enraptured
out.
Okay, well,
me, and so-
dominating emptiness is just being the only thing there, Nick. Let's calm down.
Oh, you don't have to be a fucking dick about it.
Okay, well, shut up,
I'm-
Romanian.
But
Shut up,
also,
fucking
I
Polak.
mean, we've also made it through the rest of the year. I've played quite a few different games, and
Bruh.
I'm still thinking about Elden Ring and thinking about the DLC and thinking about what is
Every day I'm still
inevitably
thinking
gonna
about
be
the Elden Ring
announced.
DLC.
I would be surprised if it was not announced at Game Awards.
It's going to be.
There's never
But
going to be
that's-
DLC for God of War, obviously. So
Yeah, which
No, there's
they don't
not.
do, and,
And-
that's
Yeah.
fine. But
Nick and I discussed this, and I the only thing I feel bad about, and I don't think it would change your mind, Birdie, but I told Nick specifically, I was like, I want you to finish God of War before we do our episodes, because I think it'll change your mind. Lo and behold, it didn't, and I don't know why I would expect that, because he's a slut for games that hurt him, which isn't surprising. Look at him. But
I'm a Half-Life fan.
there you go, summed it up. But like I told him, I was like, I mean, and granted, for Game of the Year, I was always going to pick God of War anyway, because I didn't really enjoy / play any of these
Right.
games. I did play Elden Ring, not
Yeah.
my type of tea. I want to get into it, I want to enjoy it, but I just don't dislike myself enough
that's
to,
fair.
to play it.
Me
I
and Nick
think
are
that
at-
says. I was
we're-
gonna say, I think that says a lot about you too,
We're
but
old.
like not. Yeah, like yeah. I mean, you guys are content. I think I still got a chance left.
Closer to 30, you'll be like, I get it now.
I get it now. There's the pain here. I understand.
He's
it.
lashing himself with a cat of nine tails.
Exactly. But like, yeah, for me, it definitely, like, I told Nick, and I think I told you as well, Brody. I was like, I played it, I finished it, and I was like, I think I didn't even feel this sort of way when I finished The Last of Us Part 2, and you guys know how much I love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, you fucking
and,
love
like-
The Last of Us.
yes, you
So
do.
to finish that and to be like, oh my God, it's a whole different thing in such a different way, and it made me feel to not spoil anything. I finished it and I went, why am I such a piece of shit?
Yes.
I
Yes.
told Nick that
I know
after
what-
I finished.
yeah.
I called him.
Yeah.
I was like, "Why am I a bad person?" He was like, "I don't know." And I was like, "This game basically told me I was."
Dude, yeah, no. I
That's
mean, I
not what
cried.
I need. I don't need that kind of encouragement.
But like, that's the thing, is that it's not. It's encouragement of like, you're a good person. Don't be such an asshole to yourself. which is what I
Yeah.
took it as. I'm still being an asshole myself. You didn't win, Sony Santa Monica. You tried, but you
You
failed.
tried.
But yeah,
Yeah. No, I want to finish it, and I'm really looking forward to finishing it. But it's
you'll love it.
I'm
sure.
Every time I sit down and finally play it, I don't want to stop playing it. But getting myself to play it seems like a chore, if that makes sense.
Sure. And do you think that's because you have other things going on that are keeping you busy, or other games? If you
All
had to,
of
like,
the
could you
above.
all of the above? Okay,
It very
yeah,
well could be all of the above, and
So I
it's
definitely
hard
think
to fully lay a finger on what that may be, right? But I just
sure.
it sometimes it's easier to just hop into a fucking Call of Duty match, hang out with a couple friends and play, and at the end of the day it doesn't fucking matter. Whereas like Ragnarok, I want to make sure I'm totally invested because I am
Absolutely.
I do love the story so much, and
agree.
I think this is going to be a tough one. Like I think as soon as they announced the
gonna be a
nominees,
fight.
not that any of us were surprised as to what it was, right? But
It's gonna be a fight.
like I think this is going to be one that literally could go either way, and I think whoever wins Game of the Year is the opposite is going to win game or best game direction. Like I just think
We'll
that's the
see.
way this is going to
I
go.
mean, we'll see definitely when we watch it next week of if Elden Ring wins game direction, right? Are all of us going to be sitting here going, "All right, God of War's taken Game of the Year," and then watch them screw us all up and pick Plague Tale?
Right.
It's the
If they
only
call-
award Plague Tale wins.
Yeah, if they call both fucking, whether it
Ring
be
or both
God of
God of
War
War.
or Elden Ring or God of War, whichever one it may be, if they call them up twice in a row for direction and Game of the Year, that's crazy. Like that's just some fucking unheard of shit.
Then that's what I said, right? At that point, just split it up into 3: Game of the Year, Game Direction, Game Design, because you're really throwing a lot into those two
I agree.
alone. Like
Yeah,
I think
you could
Game
get
of the
rid
Year,
of the
you're
fucking
really-
best adaptation and put in game
Yes.
design.
absolutely.
Adaptation,
and you could take
a
out
fucking goofy one that isn't gonna make sense on any year except for this year.
right. Like yeah, no, definitely. I agree. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see what we come up with next week, and I'm very curious to see how our predictions play out. I'm curious as to who will get the most points. I'm taking my predictions for this now. I think Nick will take last. I think I will take third, tied with Jeff with second, and I think Brody will take first because he has no hair, and that gives him a buff.
Hey.
Buff.
I'm
Massive
very
buff.
curious as to how this
I'm
will all
just-
shake down because it really
If
could go
Nick
so many
wins, if Nick wins the predictions,
We will
I'm leaving
never hear the
podcast.
fucking end of it.
I will. We will
I will
never
be
hear the end of
officially
it.
done podcasting. I don't want anything to do with it anymore. I'm
I'm gonna
done.
retire. I've won everything. I'm retiring. I've lost to a different competitor. It's over.
Yeah.
This is
Fuck.
exciting. I'm actually very excited for this year.
Yes, I am too. I think this
Definitely.
is the closest one we've had in a very long time.
Yeah, Last of Us was pretty cut and dry last year. I think right. It's pretty.
It didn't even win. It Takes Two won
You
Game of the
guys
Year.
are forgetting though.
No,
one of the
sorry. It
biggest
won the year
bets.
before. It won 2020.
Yeah.
Sorry, my bad. That was my bad. Yeah,
you
Take
guys
Two
are
won.
missing
last year.
though the biggest bet of the night, which is
Peggle?
is the most god awful band in the world going to play the Game Awards, and that would be Imagine Dragons.
Weezer. Oh,
Oh, you think Imagine Dragons will be there? Does
They
anybody
were
give
there
a
last
fuck
year.
about them anymore?
no, there. It's Hosier
were only-
playing.
Weren't they
Well,
only
maybe
there
not-
last year
not-
hyping up
They were-
Arcane?
Yeah, they were.
They
Is that
were
what it
there
was?
last year. Yeah.
Because
they
they
were
were
there
the
for- they were
title
there
song
for
for
Arcane.
Arcane.
Imagine Dragons sucks.
Hosier,
Yes.
Hosier is there this year for the Blood on the Snow
Yeah,
song.
but there was
I-
like
I
there was
feel
three
like-
different things last year because wasn't there fucking was it Sting?
Yeah.
Last
Sting was
year?
there last year.
Boy, that was bad.
I feel like we
That was
should
not
take a
good.
bet on how many times Nick's going to get up during the Game Awards to go pee.
Shut up. I have a
motherfucker
bladder of a
has a
5-year-old.
There'll be a
Ladder
Muppets
of
cameo.
a puppy.
I do have a bladder of a small guy.
Small puppy.
Small
Yes.
puppy. Like
Yes.
6 weeks
Speaking
old.
of that, speaking of that, I have to pee. I've been waiting to.
Wait, don't go yet. Don't go yet. 'Cause we'll wrap it up here.
Really?
Anyways, so don't leave because then we have to talk about
I
Nick's
pissed myself.
bladder for 10 minutes while you pee.
No, we don't. What are you sassy for?
Anyways, yeah, with
He's drunk.
what everyone was talking about next week, December 8th, 7:30 Eastern time, is when Game Awards goes live. So we will be going live YouTube and Twitch.
A little bit
YouTube.com.
before 7, like 7:15ish.
Yeah, like 7:15.
Get a pre-game.
7:30 is like pre-show too, anyways, right?
Yeah, so
Which
we'll
is
get a little
fine.
bit of a pre-show in there.
We'll do a
and
little bit of that piece, and then which they still do awards during the pre-show, which is kind of crazy.
They
a lot
do.
of the esports and
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if they do that again this year. But
I'm sure they will.
yeah, around 7:15 Eastern time, Twitch and YouTube, youtube.com/SpawnCampCo. Gentlemen, thank you for joining us this evening.
Thank
Happy
you
to be
for
here.
having us.
It's a good time. It's a good annual
Love it here.
tradition. I still think there's way too many awards.
Yes.
Agreed.
But
Agreed.
hey, you know what? Whatever. I'm not the Jeff that's running that fucking show. So
We are 3 hours and 10 minutes into this.
yeah, well, you
wrap
know
this up.
what was the Game Awards last year? It was like 4 hours long, right? The actual
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
We've trimmed an hour off.
Yeah, we're doing
50
fine.
minutes.
It's nice.
We're
It's
failing
nice.
now. We're about to
Also,
be 59 minutes.
Everyone want to plug
We didn't have
Discord one
any-
last time?
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
I mean, yeah, you can come plug your opinions in our Discord where we have lots of different channels to plug your bad opinions in. Much related like one of our shows, Objectively Bad Opinions. You should wait for that to come back.
And you
Link
should
will
definitely
be in the
sign up for the.
description.
You should sign up for the Steam Deck giveaway. Valve is giving away a Steam Deck every minute.
That's not a Discord specific
Has
thing.
I don't
anyone
care.
told
That's
you you're a
still so cool.
fucking shill?
I know.
Yes.
I'm getting him off this podcast. Logan,
Chill for Valve.
come on, man.
Fuck it.
Logan said, "Get him out."
That's not even like we're trying to get people to join the Discord, and you're like, go to this website, the Game Awards,
Go.
to get a Steam Deck.
Everyone should
They
get a
don't
Steam
have to
Deck.
come to the Discord. They don't have to go to the Discord for that. Why would they go?
You should check out all the shows on the Spawn Camp Network. Diggity, Waz, Build Bros, OBO. Do it, please.
Where can they find those?
Oh, on Twitter, Spawn Camp Co. on Twitter, or the Spawn Camp website.
Wednesdays.
Discord plug.
Oh, you
dipshit.
know.
Oh my god. Brody,
Don't
you got a plug?
ask me.
I have no plugs.
I
We done?
appreciate
We
that.
have
I
plugged
appreciate his
everything.
honesty.
Check us
All
out next
of our
week.
orifices have been plugged.
Check us out next week. Going live. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be hours of enjoyment. I'm gonna bring popcorn. We're probably gonna yell at each other about our predictions. Someone's gonna be right. Someone's gonna be wrong. It's gonna be fantastic. And we'll see you then.